Oh, he's dead.
Rip.
He really hyped himself up for it.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
See
ya.
ya.
We are NotGreatRPG. We're here once again for the City of Oshuamp. We're playing 2 weeks in a row. It's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
A rarity.
Rarely happens in the summer. Things are going on. People are busy. Stuff to do. But here we are for your entertainment and our own. So we're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and after a brief recap, we will pick up where we left off last time. As always, I am Don, and tonight I'll be playing Ether Revia, unless the thing that I elongated peeped in a tree stump gets me.
Hi, Grim, and I play Nez.
That's a new one.
That is a new one.
Yep.
DJ Nesgrim.
B-movie.
So you like Jen?
I'm Glenn, and I play Forrest, the certified hag attorney, with one case under his belt in which there was no souls bartered.
True.
Successful barter, no souls.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Forrest.
I'm Chell. I play Thariel, and tonight I will be singing backup vocals for Chuck and Gary.
Well, Gary did.
Gary's
Oh,
dead.
well, that's why I'm singing backup. He is dead.
I threw him down a hole.
You did.
And I'm Sarah. I play Ritora, who is currently befriending a rat named Chuck.
He's a good guy.
Gary's dead.
Yep, I'm John. I'm Chuck. The rat. Last time, I'm the dungeon master. I'm the guy up here. Rat Master. Lord of Rat and Rot. Rat. Last time we played, we debated on what we wanted to do with Laverna as she was standing outside, giving the good old palace doors a big knock. We decided to let her in. Debated on what we were going to do, and she was like, hey, by the way, you guys stopped filibustering me with Tarathel. I mowed my conversation. Let's get this shit settled. Vorse did successfully add an addendum in exchange for the knowledge of the location of Eliseel Piriella, her father, that, hey, you can talk with Tarathel, it just can't be in private, and it can't be telepathic. She asked where the fuck Celia is, because that bitch ain't dead. Tarathel was like, no, she totally died in my arms. She was sick for over a year. I watched her succumb to the malaise and other symptoms. Celia's totally dead. She's like, nah, bitch, you're dumb. She's out there. I gotta find her. I need her. Please just tell me where your supposedly dead wife is. He's very committed to the idea that she died.
I've read the transcripts. That is word for word.
Yep, pretty much. The stenographer typed it up. We were good. We told Laverna that Eliseel Piriella is in the center of the maze. She was like, all right, I'm gonna go then. See you guys later. And we were like,
That's probably fine.
I guess that's okay.
We got her with the maze rules.
We don't really know how this is gonna go, but like, let's
Rules of the maze, make your own.
right. At least one problem is no longer in our face at all times. So that happened. Laverna bounces. We closed the doors. Decided let's go explore some more of the palace to find some more holy water. Asked Tarathel where that is. Went back up to the 4th floor to the room of reverence. Snatched some holy water and then realized, oh fuck! Like what are we gonna do for getting out? Like we're now back up here. We windwalked, shattered some windows inside of the conservatory on the 4th floor with the help of our beneficial tree friends. Escaped. Flew around to the front, saw a very damaged and bloodied Laverna walking back up the palace steps, who saw our 10 or 11 gaseous forms in the sky and was like, good job, everybody. You guys are doing great. We were like, let's just leave. We'll just go. We don't want to deal with her anymore. So Laverna went back inside. Did you have a question, DJ?
I'm just noticing something.
Yeah.
Laverna had no input on Felix being gone.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You're
Yeah.
right. That is a good point.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
I'm sure it's fine.
There are a lot of things that we've quietly just been like,
That's a very good point.
not...
Because the Night Mother doesn't know that time went back, but Felix is not here. That is a great point.
Yeah.
That's worrying.
I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, as far as she knows, he could have died.
Yeah, but that's concerning. He was just...
Yep.
It's
From
a-
her
it's weird.
perspective,
We ran away from her,
Yeah.
and then he disappeared.
and then
Yeah.
he disappeared.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt
no,
your
that's a good point.
reason.
Good
Twas
point.
not derailing at all. 'Twas a good thing to have pointed out because nobody noticed that at all last week. It's fine.
I mean, I did.
This is your fault, Paul.
Wait.
Out of love for you, we forgot.
Yep. So yeah, Laverna was like, "Y'all are doing great up there. Real proud of my children. Crushing it here in Alglatha again." Steps back into the palace. You guys flew over the hedge maze, landed across the ravine, followed Towerfell northbound to where the area where he recognized previously the secluded chambers for the crypts of the kings of Alglatha was held. Found this crevice that is, predominantly obscured by cavernous walls. Takes us inside the crevice. He's like, "This is new. This is not the layout for what it was. It was not like encased in anything. This is weird. Does not match above." Step inside. Found the building itself for the exterior broken. Some of the external walls still partly intact, some of them slightly destroyed. The ceiling is completely collapsed and gone. The stone that was the ceiling is gone. We find ourselves, once again, within a chamber of understanding with some destroyed wisteria trees, some exposed sarcophagi that, again, matches similar to what for the ladies of Alglatha their royal guards were buried in. However, these tombs are not beneath the earth. There's no ice petal flowers adorning in here. It was simple ground. We then looked around a little bit, saw some spooky hollowed out trees that looked like pipelines going underneath the ground, heard some weird squiggly noises, did some ether peeping, got real spooked real fast. Ritora recruited a pair of rats. Gary's a fucking asshole. Gary tried to dip after getting his fig, his upfront fig. We yeeted him into the thing. We heard him just... Gary's dead. We then worked further with Chuck, who, trying to make a better rat out of himself, be a good rat, was willing to work with us for figs and a new sweater. He was lowered down on some string, came back up and was like feigning death. It's like, there's a horrible thing down there. Definitely saw some weird vine-like things. One big spooky eye. I want to go down there again. We're now friends with Chuck. Chuck has been introduced to Catherine Hartwood's rat, who we have learned the name of as Lily. And we'll be picking up still in the midst of Ritora's conversation with Chuck and with Lily. Lily having just heard Ritora's name and gone, "Oh, demon caller."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. And thus we begin. "Oh, demon caller."
What? Oh,
You don't speak rat.
Yeah, I was just realizing.
Yep.
No, then in that case, what?
What? What are you saying?
It's your cousin, Marvin Gary.
I don't think that's what my name means.
I hope not.
So do I.
I've heard the humans that you surround yourself with call it that sometimes.
Honestly, I don't know. My parents never told me why they named me this. I don't think it's demon caller though. I've never called any demons.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I don't plan on calling any demons.
Also good. As a mouse, I'm not a fan of demons.
That makes sense.
Insight him.
I don't remember what we were getting at.
This is a pretty squeaky little rat. She's just out here, hanging out with Catherine, squeaking on her shoulder at you.
Just give her a little scritch on her head.
Yeah, she'll accept and be kind of, cordial about it. Just gentle. I am a lady. Oh, that's good stuff. I don't know what else you guys want to do. You guys, there's just people.
Is your sweater done? Did we finish this? Oh yeah, because he had the pipe.
Yeah. Chuck's,
Very handsome.
Yep.
Oh,
Ether, are we sending that rat to finishing school?
you could have finished that right.
Yes.
Yeah, just like I did the other one.
This is really fucking weird. And we just saw a dragon. This is weird.
I do not think anything can really be considered weird anymore.
I don't know, man. I just don't trust the animal kingdom anymore. get deer that turn out to be old men, rats that are professors. I don't know, man.
Old men deer are very common. Druids.
It happened once.
Yes, it could happen again.
I've snow deered so many different deer.
Yeah, but how many
And
deer?
one time it was a man.
How many deer?
That's not a big number.
I think we asked this before, but the tree bark was pulled off the trees, right?
For some of them, yes.
Okay. I know they're not all like this, but assuming that one of them is broken in half,
Sure.
I would like to kind of look at the tree and see if there's any like sap or like kind of inspect the bark itself.
Just gonna lick the tree.
I'm not gonna lick the tree. I've learned my lesson.
You may make a nature or medicine check depending on to what qualities you think you are looking for in relation to the tree itself or the productions of the tree.
And
I
just a reminder,
think-
we did check the trees last episode too.
Right,
But not for sap. And
Not for
stuff.
saps.
No.
so
And I think the trees are like this because I had asked
They
if
are.
they are like holding the tree, the caskets down because
Yeah.
they look like they had been forced out of the ground.
if we've
And I
already
said
done
that
this,
that's
like
one way to interpret things.
I just more so want to see, like, knowing that the rot has infected the area
Yeah.
and knowing what I know about Widow's Wail, if I
Uh-huh.
see any similarities.
Sure, absolutely.
So I guess it's more nature.
Mhm.
It's 11.
I mean, you guys have encountered various presentations of the rot previously. I would say that this to you looks as though it is more. When you have seen other trees that have been destroyed by the rot and they have been infected from the interior stretching outwards, it has been not also mired by the confusing elements of physical destruction and damage. So in this location, for medical, for you, for backgrounding, it's almost the like you can see the areas in which the physical destruction of the tree almost intercepted the natural flowing movements of the disease in the veins of the trees. So, like, if it's moving from roots up, you would see certain areas that are not broken, at which splinters of the tree itself that would climb higher than the actual area of destruction, some of those splinters still have thin ripplings up of the dark miring of the bark itself. So, like, it was infected, something else seemingly has destroyed it.
I would like to look at these coffins, grave boys that have pushed out of the ground for any inscriptions, names, symbology.
Symbols to trace.
Sure.
No.
Names to say.
Poems to
Make
read
an
out loud.
investigation check.
Tomes.
13.
13. Approaching which one? One of the ones obscured by tree, or the one not obscured by tree?
Ah, toughy. I mean, that one's too powerful to be stopped by a tree. So I'm gonna go to one of the ones that is being held down by a tree, because if a tree can stop it, I can stop it. I'm going to that
I
one.
love that logic.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
That one, right there, too powerful.
problem. The other one's
Not that there's no trees near it.
I mean, but there was a stump and the rest of it's gone. So someone took it or it ate it. There's the only two options.
Really love your deductive reasoning.
Which means that one's full and the others are still hungry.
So I would say that as you're approaching the tree, and
Grave
the
beavers.
coffin, the tomb, I would say that you would see definitive filigree around the edges of it. Like again, it is it's not a wooden sarcophagus. It's carved of marble stone. I would say that you would see that there's definitive like decorative filigree around the perimeter of it. I would say that the tree is predominantly obscuring the lid of it. You would see that it's definitively carved or etched into with some kind of moniker, but like being able to read underneath the intensity. Like obviously we only have a model where it's like
of course.
a thing is over it. It's pretty fucking covered.
Okay. In that case, I will go over to the other one.
Yeah, the unmarked
I'll
one.
go to
Absolutely.
the untreed one, and I'll see. If
Why is
there's
he
any-
stomping?
He is walking
Yeah.
begrudgingly.
Well, he does have them special legs.
That's
I
fair.
do. I do.
The Silver Steppers.
Just Nike symbols on them.
Mm-hmm.
Those Air Forces.
Jordans.
Air,
say
Ar-
Jordans, but-
Air Arthurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would see the name Leozir Virmorin.
Is that spelled the normal way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo.
Leozir Virmarin.
So this man's a lion.
This man's a lion.
I mean, he is lying down.
Lion is fire in the wardrobe.
I ain't lying.
Yeah, it would be marked that for him specifically, that he was the night attendant for King Mirrodine.
Pancaked by a
The other coffins that have the trees that have fallen on them,
Yeah.
have they like grown into the ground? Because if they're completely covering them, are like, you said that they kind of look like they're being gripped.
Mm-hmm.
Have they grown into the ground around the coffin?
The trees like coming down like
Yeah.
bars on either
Yeah.
side, you mean?
Yeah, like a cage.
Like a rib cage.
Tree cage. Yeah,
And if
no,
that
that's
is
all.
the case, my question is there any sign of that having happened to this one by either the ground or like a moss or a lack of moss grown in certain areas on this coffin?
Evidence of tree caging.
Yes.
So you're in for a classic John drawing.
Okay.
So,
It's a house centipede.
so what we
Look,
can
Jack.
clearly make out here from the quality description is that it's got lots of tree stuff.
Yep.
So you're asking whether or not the connecting appendages, the branches of the tree, having thusly fallen, are they reconnecting to the soil?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then my question for the one that is untreed.
Yeah.
Is there signs of that having happened that
you go.
were, thank you.
You're welcome.
Of like the branches growing into the ground
Yeah.
on either side.
Or okay,
Scratches
is there,
on the lid or anything.
Yeah, scratches on the lid, moss, or anything. Okay, so there was definitively not a tree here.
Judging by,
By-
the absence of impact or damage to the tomb,
It
correct.
appears not. Okay.
He was too strong, though.
Okay, I've made I made the right choice. There.
What have you?
I think if we're going to walk through this courtyard, we should keep to a wall. Walk along a wall rather than walking straight down the center.
I'm gonna take a peek around real quick too before we start moving.
Yeah.
Just to get a glimpse of things. I want to do a good old sniff check and footstep check. I want to look for footprints and see if I smell anything out of the ordinary,
Sure.
rather than moss, tree,
Absolutely.
plague.
Your
whatever.
sniff check is with advantage. Your tracking is survival.
Nesbrin, the problem with staying too close to the wall is something might grab you from the wall. If it's dark.
Do you think there's things in the walls?
19 on sniff.
Mm-hmm.
There are things in Oshuamp in the walls.
Yeah, but they never grab people, right?
I don't.
17
Would you
on
know
the
if they
footstep
did?
check.
All right, we stay close to a wall, but not on it.
So just to resolve, Glenn, for the survival check for looking for footprints, I would say that this area looks predominantly undisturbed. Obviously, there's going to be the little like rat footsteps. There's going to be your guys' incredibly fresh, noticeable footfalls. Distinguishing those separately from all other things in areas you've not traversed doesn't really look like anybody has stepped in here in a long time.
Good.
As far as the smell, the odor of it, I would say that once you are in the area, the vicinity of the hollowed out trunk, there is definitively a much more noticeable stench of the rot.
Okay.
But in the other extending areas, you would still even get very faint whisperings of genuine nature coming from the trees that are not exclusively or fully enveloped in the rot.
Okay.
So, like, there did seem to be some sort of magical sense of preservation in this area as a chamber of antiquity and sanctuary. But that seems to be falling apart here.
Yeah. You ready? We gotta open up that door unless we want to go down through the hole in the ceiling.
I don't
I
think
don't
we
wanna
should do
do
that.
Yeah, gotta go through the door. Gotta
I'll
get
lead
some
the way
rocks.
since I've got the signet ring.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
We'll be out front.
Look at Chuck.
Taking these new threads, thank you.
Are you coming with us, or do you want to stay here?
You told me I'm an adventurer now. I'm trying to be a better rat.
All right.
And if rat adventure leads me to that humble, glorious family with rat picket fence, I'm in.
A rat picket fence?
Well, yeah, rat made it.
Oh, okay. It's not made of rat.
I don't know. I don't want a human building my home. I'm gonna build it myself with my little rat hands.
Otherwise, it would be too big.
He could start running with his crew of
Exactly.
rat boys.
Tell me a rat picket fence.
What is this? A house
My
for
little rat
rats?
hammer. My little rat nails.
That's not what I thought of when I think of the word rat hammer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a hammer that a rat uses, no.
I do still
Oh my
love the
God.
thought that, again, we don't
It's
speak
amazing.
rat, but Nesgrim just out of nowhere just says, yeah, it would be too big.
I forgot that I did
I
it
know,
again.
it's difficult.
Yep, it's
I do
fine.
it all the
You want some
time.
company?
You're just using
Nah, it'd be
context.
too
It's
big.
been 5 years. I can't help it. It's who I am as a person.
You want some
we-
company? Nah, it'd be too big.
Approaching yonder area?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Great.
Are we walking straight down the center, or are we taking an arc?
Nah, fuck it, we ball. I'm going right down the center.
Fuck it, we ball, she says.
Sure.
I'm gonna walk in Thariel's footsteps.
Yeah.
Like in the footprints. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Nothing happens.
Cool.
You walk. No
Lame.
problem.
Aw.
Unobscured.
Say lame.
Unobstructed.
Kidding, please don't kill me.
No, I mean, the problem
yet.
isn't here.
Within.
It's within. And we're going within. Why would I need to frighten you more on the exterior when the presentation is... We know where it is.
Yeah, the whole squad's
Before we
going up, right?
open this door,
Yeah.
do we know what we need?
Tomb Jade.
Someone's got the list. Yeah, Tomb Jade. That was
And there was something else we could get from here.
He was gonna stay up here.
What are the other things that we can find within the crypt besides Tomb Jade?
It's just Tomb Jade.
Oh. I was asking the king.
Oh, yeah, no.
Lots
He
of
was the one that
kingdom.
told you that Tomb
Yeah.
Jade would
Definitively.
perceivably be here because of the idea of the kings are buried in classical fashion with great volume of treasure inside of their tomb, and that if you were going to find Tomb Jade, this is probably where it would be because they would have perceivably buried kings long ago with jade.
I'm gonna start emptying my sack.
All right.
right here.
Before we go,
I need more room to carry stuff.
Yeah, not that there's going to be nothing else, but that the things that we insinuated we wanted, he went Tomb Jade, probably here.
before we go inside, perhaps we should check the single tomb that is untreed. If it is a night attendant of Miradon, it is possible that there is some amount of tomb jade
We might
inside.
not have to go in at all.
That's fair.
That's a good idea.
Nesgrim, could you lift that?
He's also got some sweet bones that you can have.
Yes. This is
You can
true.
see what the knight saw.
Yes.
All right, you want me to pry this?
Gently, but yes.
Okay.
Paladin tools.
See? This is why crowbars are needed, Don. We judged Marcus so harshly. And here is yet another paladin being tasked with the humble request of, please open up this long-standing honored knight's tomb that I might pilfer gems.
To be fair, most of them were grave robbing.
It's funny. It's funny you would mention that because I do not have a crowbar.
We are
Not a good paladin,
grave
dude.
robbing
I do have
for
a
the
sword,
good of
though.
the kingdom.
Oh,
You will break that.
I've got my kingly crowbar.
Why do you have
I
that?
was a paladin once upon a
Yes.
time.
Just filigree down the
Yeah.
face of it.
What did you say?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
For the crows, obviously.
They
Were-
need a drink, too.
Were you holding that when you were frozen? Or did you take that from inside the palace?
It was in the room of reverence. It's my reverential crowbar.
Oh, it's the holy
The
crowbar.
holy crowbar.
Nestor, perhaps you could use his
Do you
scroll.
mind if I borrow your holy crowbar? Myself being a holy man.
Oh, well then indeed you might use it. If anything, it's probably best attuned to you. It's cursed, you see.
Take
Right as
it.
we did the visual exchange.
Take it. DJ, take it.
How is it cursed?
Well, it fills you with a righteous sense of zeal when using it.
I
that
wouldn't
cursed?
define that as a curse.
No, I'm just having a laugh. Miss
Oh.
Grimm, I've been in prison for 1,600 years.
We've been fucked by cursed objects.
Oh, forgive me then. It's blessed.
One.
A very blessed crowbar.
All right,
You found
well,
the curse though.
let's see.
Don't hold on to
You
it
said
for more than an hour.
I know, yeah.
You'll be
I know what I said.
That's why you gotta pay it. It's
Wait.
fine.
Here we go.
know.
And I'm gonna
You're not gonna count
make a
into
strength
it.
check.
strength check.
Yep.
Might help if I had dice out, huh?
Hell
It's
yeah.
the holy crowbar, DJ. You gotta count your way into it.
1, 2, 5.
3.
Oh.
3.
That is 12.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it takes a moment or two. Like, it's a very heavy, dense object. It is nicely sealed. So you go over and kind of like carve out a location in some of the grooves. You're able to eventually get it open.
Nicely sealed, Don.
And it's, yeah,
It was good.
you get it open. You can definitely feel that you like hear that cracking as it detaches.
I'm not gonna push it open entirely.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like slightly open it ajar.
Okay.
Like just a crack.
Yeah.
And then step back a little.
Okay.
It's open. I just opened it a little. I haven't opened it all the way yet. I want to see what happens first.
To be clear,
Alright.
nothing happens. No triggering, no magical things. You would get the odor of intensity of florals immediately projected out.
Oh.
Yeah. Stuff that you would have been very familiar with in your part of the world for using for ceremonial burials. So, like, you would get lilies, but you would also definitively get, like,
Lily,
other...
flowers,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
It smells like it smells like florals, like
All right.
funeral
But
flower.
not of the rot.
Not getting no ambrosia now.
Nope.
Okay.
all right.
I
I'm
do smell
gonna
bone meal.
open it the rest of the way,
Sure.
and then I just slide the rest of it open with my boot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kick it open.
You kick the lid off, takes a good gasp of, and a big grunt from Nazagrim. Lid falls and tumbles off to the side, cracks down onto the ground. You would see a handsome elven man holding, clasped at the shaft, a long sword that kind of like decoratively lays down over his torso and his belly. You would see at his side would be a sort of hourglass-shaped shield, where it would have two openings on the side, traditionally for lance use. You would see a small, kind of broken at the haft, like at the midpoint, shaft of a spear with still the like spear point at it, at like his leg reaching down to his greave. Nicely decorated plate mail armor. Very handsome man, clearly in a state not of decay.
Well, that's
Not a
not good.
decay.
No.
No. I would say, Ether, as you see this, you definitely recognize that, like, some of the herbs and things used in here are presented with the
Preservative.
same ones for Gentle Repose, the spell. And that on the lid of it, you would see... I know you kicked it off. I would say that you would have seen flashes in the interior of the lid.
Well, the goal was for it to slide off the top, and then as the other end, like,
fold.
it would
Oh,
roll,
it'd roll
off.
off.
Gotcha.
So we would
Yes,
see
so you would see the interior. Understood. Yeah, I would say that on the interior, you would see etched into it runic sigils of the spell Gentle Repose.
Okay.
Yeah.
This dude doesn't look dead.
That's Leo.
What?
That was my father's night attendant. I was alive when he was alive.
Did you like Leo?
He was a kind man, a gracious warrior.
Was he just?
Yes, I would say so.
What was his stance when your father started to, for lack of a better terms, go mad?
Concern?
Was he more loyal to the people or to your father?
It is a difficult, nice edge to manage the political sphere of what your lord demands and what your people need. Leazir attempted to work with me to the best of his ability.
Did
However, at the end of the day, he was the Lord's attendant.
What led to his demise?
I do not know.
I don't think he's dead.
No, he is dead. There are preservation magics and herbs and flowers used in the spell Gentle Repose. What I was going to do to Ritora's remains before she simply reappeared.
So he is dead.
He is dead. He
Indeed.
has just been preserved so that way it extends the time in which someone can be resurrected.
Should he have been needed again,
Yes.
he could have been called upon.
When was the last time
Now
you
the
saw
seal's
him?
broken, so he's doomed.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna and I'm gonna reach for the shield.
What?
Can I don't have a shield. Can I just?
Rob the grave.
The man who guarded my
I
father?
think he's asking the king for a King's Guard shield.
Yes.
Are you to be my king's guard?
He could be.
It's a blood oath.
I already have one of those.
Well, yeah. Yes. Well, I feel like
I mean,
Wait, I already have a blood one.
That's with my daughter.
Yeah.
we established
Yes,
blood of.
can I have it?
Do you need a shield?
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it to him as soon as
No,
you have it.
it must remain in your possession at all times.
If you lose it, you die immediately.
I remember there was.
If the shield dies, I die too.
I remember there was previously a question of if I die. Sorry, if I die when you die, and that was cleared up to not
No,
be the
you would
case.
not. Your life is not bound to me. Your word is bound to me.
In that case, sure.
Great. Have a shield. This is how easy it is sometimes.
And I'm gonna pick up the shield, and
Yeah,
this will protect all of them,
absolutely.
including you and mostly your daughter.
Absolutely. You can add, I believe it's Shield of Warding. Wards off good spirits.
Also
I'm pretty
nice.
sure that is it.
I got Shield of Expression, Shield of Farsight, and Shield of Missile Attraction.
This shield is really horny for missiles.
God, I love missiles.
This shield is cursed.
Yeah.
Whenever a ranged attack is made against a target within 10 feet, the curse causes you to become the target.
The missile one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds about right. It's actually not a bad deal, honestly. What do you got? You have the Dragon Slayer Greatsword, right?
Mhm.
And that's it?
Sorry, it's reworded. It's Spellguard Shield.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's a baller.
It gives you a boner.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Alright, well, hang on, let me just check real quick.
Remember, though, you now have an oath with me.
I have to protect you, right?
And more.
An oath of protection.
What's the
What?
what's the more?
You must erect him.
No, you must guard over me and follow my principles of life.
Alright, well, I guess I probably should have gotten those before I agree.
Yes.
You definitely should have.
What are your principles of life?
Well,
Murder! Murder!
He collects dead bears from the side of the road.
and I like to leave them in parks. No, I mean, in terms of principles of life, I mean, your duty is first and foremost to the people.
Yeah?
Yeah, he does that.
It comes with an oath of sacrifice. When it comes to the protection of those, you must put yourself first and foremost.
I've done that twice.
Well, then it looks like this is just going to match up great for you, buddy.
Cool.
If anybody dies, it should be you. That's effectively the motto.
That usually is the case.
That's, yeah.
Yes.
I can think of no perfect oath for you, sir.
Great.
Oath of me die first.
Oath of sacrifice. Got it.
All right, there we are. Paladin. It's good at it.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Band name, Oath of Sacrifice.
What is it? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Good band name, Oath of Sacrifice.
I think there's a band called Brand of Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. And how about that spear?
You mean the shaft and spear? It's a shattered spear. It's broken in half. So it'd be more equivalent to a javelin. It's like,
Don't
you
you
know,
have a
the
weapon?
spear is meant to be like 8 feet in length. Like, it is meant to be like long as fuck.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, traditionally spears were.
Yeah,
like, long
it's-
spears were fucking massive.
It's a polearm.
Yeah,
it's
like-
of the polearm family.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
How big is this tube?
like, it's.
Well, it was snapped
He was
in
9
half,
feet
so.
tall.
yeah,
Oh.
it's snapped in half, so it's like the remaining, 3.5 feet of the wooden shaft, and then the like.
Oh, so it's like King
point.
Leonidas' broken spear
Correct.
from
Yes.
AC Oddity.
Yep.
Or Odyssey. Yeah.
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 So you want his spear? You're just looting this man's whole life. It's up to
Give
you.
me his shoes.
I don't fucking care. He's
I want his
as
undergarments.
far as I'm concerned,
Both of
that's just a
shoes.
corpse in a box.
I'm
Like,
whooping feet. Give me shoes. No.
I worked out great for me. I'm
yeah,
just saying.
seriously.
Take him shoes.
Does he have a helmet?
Yeah.
Just goofy hat.
It's an open face one. I would say it wouldn't be worn on. It would be like also on his side.
Is there like any
covered in
insignia or emblemry on it?
Yeah, absolutely. It does have like a white, like genuinely, you are correct, like a lion. Like it is meant to be like a white, like wintry looking lion's crown. Lion's crown.
This is his helmet meant to be worn by the King's Guard, I imagine.
Well, that was his family one specifically.
Oh, that's less important
Does
then.
he have any like Beatles style like tassel pauldron?
Sure.
Is there anything else in this casket
Yeah, like
I
the-
should grab as the new King's Guard?
Well, you took
shield.
the shield. Would you like his sword?
Depends. Is it a family sword?
No, that was a
It's
King's
the-
Guard sword.
Sure.
Hey?
I'll find the sword.
Yeah, it's on his chest.
Oh, yeah.
Just take his clothes
I
off.
rifle
Like,
on the
I'll
side
just
anyway.
tickle his balls real quick. Grab the
If
sword.
I could just.
He is technically an old man.
Like,
DJ's just checking to make sure this guy's actually dead.
This is when the guy opens his eyes, he's like, "What the fuck?"
So intentionally placed with these items
Yep.
to honor his life and the sacrifices he made
Yep.
as
He's
a
taking
guard.
over his kingdom.
Yeah, but there's no blacksmith in Alglatha, so.
I will argue any sacrifice this man made that led to him being where he is, Nesgrim has done at least one that's comparable.
There's no speed at which you can throw this man.
That's true.
Yes, my darling.
Because he's
Am
already
I,
dead.
am I right in assuming that you were probably granted a King's Guard during your knighting ceremony?
Well,
Or not knighting, but like
my
coronation.
coronation when I became king.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's your King's Guard?
That was the guy on the unicorn.
Oh my god!
So he's like,
That's that guy.
he's dead, and then he was undead, and now he's dead.
That's fair.
So
Yes.
he's like double dead.
Oh.
You were double dead.
What was his
Oh.
name? It's fine, Tuttle.
It was
Unicornius.
no, Alor. It was AEL something something something. I don't remember off the
That's
top of my
fine.
head, but it was Alor something.
The sword?
That's a longsword.
Oh, just long sword.
Yeah, just a longsword, just an ordinary innocent longsword.
It's cursed.
No curse at all.
I mean, nobody checked anything. We just fucking took shit.
Any
That's a longsword.
We
We
were
just add a
looking for
longsword to
tomb
your
jade?
inventory. Yeah, we're looking for
Yeah, is there
Tuesday.
yeah. Any gems?
Nope.
Or
Nope.
amulets or anything?
Nope.
So you got an MP3 player in there?
Nope. Nope, man.
I haven't
Sick.
named Leozir's longsword.
That's good. This way we can identify it specifically later for when things
On your
happen.
corpse.
I don't
Rocking
know.
Gamer UK, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
Hey,
Welcome.
Hey,
Thank
fuck
you
yeah,
so
we still
much.
have a fan in England. Or anywhere in the United Kingdom. Fuck England if you're not from England, because you have feelings about England, I'm sure, if you're not from England. If he's a representative of the United Kingdom and he's not from England,
Yeah.
fuck England.
Thank you very much.
And if he is from England, it's probably, yeah, fucking.
Also still kind of fucking.
They're the reason I have to be here.
Yes. We're your fault. I don't know what else you guys are doing. We have ransacked the tomb of this
There's no
ancient
tomb
dead
jade,
King's
then I'm-
Guard.
I'm probably heading back to the tomb.
Loving the
He
stuff.
is from
Oh,
England!
Fuck it. No, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Regardless! No, as an Englishman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Cheers.
Indeed.
Yeah, so if there's no... Then we'll head in the tomb. Head in the crypt.
Again,
Yeah.
whatever you
I
guys
just want
want.
to. Well, I just
I-
want to check because
can
if
I-
we didn't check and we went in there and the lady were like, "Guys,
I would help
You
you
could
put it
have
on.
saved so much
dummy.
heart.
There was
One
clearly
if you're
one
One
lookable tomb,
lookable
and you guys
tomb.
were like, fuck that tomb in particular. I know your game.
To be fair,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we did not look in that tomb,
Yeah.
you would have been like, there was definitely tomb jade in there.
No, not that there would have been Tomb Jade. None of the Kingsguard would have been buried. So, like,
Absolutely,
again,
I didn't think so, but it was like there's a maybe.
well, yeah. I would have
See,
been
you
like,
could tell
hey,
us that
like,
now, but late, if we didn't do it, you could have said whatever you wanted.
that's part of the
All
DM's
the
job.
ingredients were in. it's Schrodinger's.
Look in your
Crypt.
pocket. It was there the whole time.
If I could just ask one more question about Leo here.
Of course.
What's
Anything
the sign?
special about boots or gauntlets?
Just shopping.
Maybe an amulet that he used to wear or a ring.
I already checked rings.
What do you mean, boots or
Were
gauntlets?
they special in any way, or are they?
Are you just searching this man's belongings for magical items?
No, I'm making sure that as your newly appointed Kingsguard, I'm fully equipped to handle the task at hand.
Oh, well, then you should take his shoes.
Got it.
I
They're
just like the way
Adidas.
they
They're
look.
very nice.
I'll take his shoes then.
Oh, thank you.
He sets up.
My feet!
Ticklish.
Yeah.
No, he isn't. He already tickled him.
When you find out he's wearing toe socks.
Oh.
Yeah, if he's done looting this poor corpse, I would have helped him to put the lid back on.
Yep.
Good night.
Thank you. Rest easy now,
I
Leo.
thought the body said that. Hey, thanks. Thanks, man.
Hey, that's my fucking shoe.
Gas leaves the lungs in a weird way. But it's not even Leo's.
What do you think Leo would say if he was alive today? Let me out of his bags!
I was asleep. There's a spell to keep me alive. My fr-
Yeah, I said looks like gentle repose.
Wait.
Not that it was.
Wait, the king said that Leo died?
No,
Huh?
he didn't know he died.
No, he said he didn't know how he died.
Oh.
Not that he didn't know that he
I
died.
saw him. I held him in my arms.
Yeah.
He was dead.
Again, it's the like, oh, how did he die? I don't know.
I'm starting to think the king has never seen anybody die.
Is he
These-
wearing
they're
a fake
just
mustaches
asleep.
and
It's
actually
like
his
they're
dead
dead.
wife?
No.
To be fair, elves don't sleep, so if anyone even looked like they were sleeping, it's probably like,
That guy's dead.
it's a Batman scenario. My father's Kingsguard went off to the farm to live for the rest of his days.
Yeah, right.
Alfred.
I just pictured an elf coming across a sleeping human for the first time and being like, well.
God, Terry, that's fun.
Oh,
that's really good.
that was
really
good.
fun.
That was good.
I don't know what you guys want to do.
She's
we
showing me
see
we're
the
going
tomb. We go to the crypt.
tomb.
We're
In
gonna-
the tomb.
It's locked, right? We've
Yeah.
established
We
it.
Yeah, we need the signet ring,
Any
which we have.
inscription on the door?
Yeah. You read Elvish?
Yes, indeed.
Yep. It says.
Come in here and you fucking die.
No, it says, "Behold the bold and honorable."
I like that.
Thank you.
Behold.
Behold.
Behold, John.
What?
Behold.
Yes. Behold the bold and honorable.
Is
I'd like to rub where it says behold and see if there's any dust hiding the ER.
Beholder downstairs.
Behold
The
large space.
Large.
The bold and.
How big is that
It's a
space,
title.
John? Did they leave enough space to put the ER and they just didn't?
I mean, yeah, it just looks like that. It's nothing weird about it.
Yeah.
Behold, large gap, the bold and honorable.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's very fine. I would like to take a rubbing and see if I can find the ER on the door.
I mean, yeah, it's.
I do want to genuinely. I do want to take a rubbing of this, just because of it's an inscription. It's
Easier.
Sure.
in case there is some
Yeah.
sort of that we've seen symbols everywhere in the
Yeah,
gloves and
absolutely.
shit,
Things
just in
being
case.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a rubbing. It doesn't feel like there's anything.
Can we go on something else?
It doesn't feel
Checking
like
out that dead body.
there's anything engraved. There's no etchings that like feel like you would find the grooves of.
Okay.
You just take a rubbing and
No groups.
it does say, "Behold the bold and honorable."
Okay.
It's family motto.
Is it?
Is it?
It's one of them.
What's the other ones?
Oh boy.
Oh
Did I
boy.
did I explain what was seen when I lowered Chuck into the
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm?
I don't think any of us know what a bold
And like, we have no context for that.
Nope.
But as players,
Shall we
Yeah.
carefully venture inside?
Yeah. We got daylight. We got
Everybody
I
stay
got this new
close.
shield.
yeah, you can see real good in the dark. You can see real good in the dark. He's got a good shield. He got some holy water. I feel like prepared.
what happened to your old shield?
He died.
I used it in Imperia
Okay.
at a statue to get the
That's right.
shit
Yes.
to move.
Right. I'm wondering if we should keep your daylight sword out in here,
Yeah.
or if that is more of a problem.
Well, it's that catch-22 of whether things see us but we can't see them, or I don't know. I just get the vibe that undead things don't really like daylight.
I think perhaps having it out is to our benefit because things that live in the dark generally will be able to see in the dark or sense us. So I don't think stealth is really our friend.
And if they're used to seeing in the dark, their eyeballs are gonna hurt.
Yes. I think we should have your sword out at all times.
Snowblind them.
Yes.
I'm gonna swap to longsword because I can't one-hand greatsword.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything? Standing outside the crypt.
Just gotta get that thing silvered and you're good to go.
Find
I
another
would like
longsword.
to
Crypt just takes a long hit of the pipe. This is
A long hit of the pipe.
This is my first rad adventure. I'm really excited.
I'm gonna cast Barks.
He was really holding it on that one. We gotta make this rat.
Got that rat courage now.
Smoke
Barkskin.
Okay.
Ratawana.
My AC is now 16. I need
Okay.
to write that down so I don't forget.
I will lead.
Sure. I would say similarly to the doors preceding the antechamber of the palace for the throne room within, there would again be, but instead onto the flat marble doors, there would be a clear central indentation for the groove of the signet ring of the royal family of Albratham. Yeah, as soon as you insert, it's not like you need to like twist or turn or anything. It kind of locks immediately into place, and you would see that in the areas of the two wings where the draconic head is, the ring itself kind of indents like it's in a groove being pulled in, and the slate doors begin to open up.
Does the dragon split in a way that would be alarming? Yeah.
So it's not that the dragon in the ring splits. The groove itself stays as a hollowed, like, central point, almost
And it pulls
hovering.
off, and then it sets in, and then pulls off to one of the sides.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Because like I was trying to think of like symbolism for like if the door had a carving of a dragon on it, and the way that that would split, being like this could be there's a reason that this dragon would be bisected like this.
Maintains the oval circular projection and just gets pulled to one of the two sides. So there's more of a groove opened, like, a half moon open on the one side than the other. I would say that inside you see a very dark. No, you have blade out, correct? 30 bright, 30 dim?
Yep.
Yeah, so beautifully illuminated, decorative antechamber, matching the same description in terms of the layout of the purification chamber in the 40 by 60 rectangular room. At the back of the room, there would be a staircase that descends down in the same way that there was a purification chamber for the ladies of Alglatham preceding the lower levels. There is once again a purification chamber in here on this first level.
So this is like a room for preparation.
Yep, for the burial. Okay. So similar decorative pieces within the one preceding the Ladies of Algatha, where there are tables and chairs. There are various sconces of torches that are obviously not illuminated. There's the adorning table for where the any surgical elements might have been performed. Seems like it's pretty much almost identically the same room as the purification chamber.
Are there similar like herbs and stuff hanging?
Yes.
Dry or fresh?
All dry.
Okay.
Offhand,
Yes.
because Ritora knows the list of
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need.
John can re-pull up.
is there anything in this room that would be on that list in addition to
For the ritual itself?
For the ritual
No.
itself? No, because they're... Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
So for like what was in there, it was a lot of like decorative flowers, and it was a lot of the stuff that would be shared with what was buried inside of Leozer's.
So more of the, like, good smelling...
Correct. Yeah. Some degree decorative, some degree good smelling, some degree very minorly for the idea of purification or preservation of the body.
Sorry, go ahead.
Are there any like scrolls or anything used with like preserving the bodies and stuff?
Not so much scrolls for preserving the bodies. There are, like, again, in the same thing, there's like a small little writer's desk with like a few tomes on it. There are random scrolls that just have like, almost would look like hand scratched notes from the individual performing the ceremonies in here, which again would be Eliseel Piriella.
So he did the ceremonies here as well.
I would go through them and see if there's any like thing that would like indicate it might be like a spell scroll of like maybe to try and purify the bodies or
Sure, yeah, you can make an investigation check.
Can I also... I'd like to just...
We can just have a bunch of people
Yeah.
doing things.
I just want to, like, root around... Because we found the message under a rug.
Correct.
I just want to root around and look for any kind of, like, loose stones in the floor or any kind of... anything that can be flipped over.
Wasn't there
Floorboards
also a
that...
message stitched into the carpet as well?
Yes.
Yeah, into the trees, the way the willow tree was.
Investigation?
Yes, for both of you.
mine was 11.
It's not great.
Anything special
9.
about the Holy Crowbar, or just Holy Crowbar?
It's just a crowbar. He just calls it the Holy Crowbar.
It's shiny. It's
Gold.
chrome.
Yeah, no.
I would be
Crowbar.
looking at
was
the
gold?
herbs that are hanging. First checking for any signs of like rot on any of them.
Okay.
And if they are safe, I would be topping off all of like the preservative herbs that Ether uses for all the ritual stuff
Sure.
to make sure that I'm stocked.
Nature or medicine for you is fine.
Yeah.
Glenn and DJ, what would you guys like to be doing while we're in here?
I assume there's also a table with the canopic jars.
Correct.
Okay. I'm probably going to be kind of escorting Catherine, Yaz, and Rirda and Sabrina over to the side in there, because if the room checks out and the room feels good,
Okay.
no perceived threat of any like plants or anything crawling through the ground, right?
No.
Right. I would probably instruct them minus Rirda stay there.
Okay.
You guys hang out here. We know it's safe. You're indoors. It's a defensible position.
Sure. DJ?
Maybe I missed it or I forgot. Did you say if there was a bookcase in here?
Yes.
I'm gonna go straight for the bookcase.
Yep.
Yeah, start punching the walls and see if there's
Till my fist bleed.
Would you be looking for... So, Nesgrim had run in to rejoin the party in the purification chamber once people had already kind of looked through. If you don't remember really what was in there, happy to like remind you, but if you know what you're looking for, if there's anything in particular in the bookcase, that'll make the check easier. But if you're just looking generally for like the contents of the bookcase, it'll just be like book names and things like that. What would you like?
I would be looking for books about Imperia, because if I remember right, I had come across one here before. I would be looking for books about anything having, like, on the spine a year relating to when they were experiencing the rot.
Okay.
Primarily those two things.
Yeah, you roll investigation, I'll circle. Okay, Chell, you're looking for anything for relation to scrolls for preservation for the body, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I will tell you that with an 11, it takes you a few moments, but you can definitively see that there are scrolls in here that do work out the methodology of transforming the spell Gentle Repose into a ritual that maintains its longevity as long as it is sealed within a magical vessel, like the tomb itself. Effectively inscribing the spell into, like, again, in Dungeons & Dragons, magical items, there's not really, like, much information lend to how they become a magical fucking item. I'm trying to consistently throughout the campaign explore, like, that opening this is one of the ways in which they are inscribing the actual magical runes into a vessel itself that is capable of continually upholding the spell and making it a ritual.
So if I put the, it's a gentle repose scroll, but only works on a confined area.
Correct.
That would be okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, in a magical container.
Correct. Yes.
Which I guess is just a container that you can make magical. then.
Sarah, you rolled a 9, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you inscribe
You
it.
said
Yeah.
loose stones or hidden things. You mentioned specifically the rug, which again, there would be a similarly matching filigreed rug here on the ground. There is not anything beneath the rug. When you're looking for loose stones, so here on the floor itself, with a 9, I want to say that because we're simply taking a sufficiently long time in here, that yes, you, inside of this area, beneath the chair sat at the writer's desk, you would see that there is a small fractured piece of the stone floor where, again, like it's got grout lines and things like that. You would definitively see that one of them looks like it is etched out, as though it probably is a hiding spot or something.
Pop that.
Yeah.
Or try to if it.
Yeah, no, you're able to, again, like, this is not on a time crunch, so I don't think it's something that would be heavy enough that Ritora wouldn't be able to lift a single fucking brick. Like, that feels stupid. I would say that it just takes a couple seconds for you to, like, find the right gripping points of it, hold it aloft, and I would say that you would see at the bottom of it, some of the interior of that stone is carved out to make it where it's a little hobble, so something could be contained within. And at the bottom of it, you would see a slightly different but almost matching trinket necklace that was seen with the vine necklace around Eliseo Periella's neck. A matching one. Don, you said 13?
Yeah, and the other piece I forgot to mention that I would be looking for is in any of the like corner areas of the room, trying to find what, if any, plant life is in here, because there's no sunlight. So if there are like plants that would not, that's
wet,
not like
not
a
wet.
fungus or something else, that would tell me something about the like soil.
So nothing in here is naturally growing because this is
Yeah.
a contained area.
Yeah, that's what I would assume.
Yes.
That's why
Okay.
I'm checking.
Yep.
If there is, that's
No.
tells me something.
Nothing is growing. There's no exposure to soil. Again,
Okay.
the air in here does not feel stagnant despite being contained.
Yeah.
It feels fresh and breathable because it's also under the Hallow spell. But, like, nothing in here is growing.
Okay.
For the 13, for your herbs, I would say that you're able to find a handful of things that Ether utilizes typically for his rituals for communing with the dead.
Okay.
Nothing in here looks like it's mired by the rot.
Okay. Great.
Last thing.
You said the room is under the effect of the hollowed spell,
Correct.
so it makes it hollow ground.
Yep.
Are vampire people cool in here?
Yeah.
They are.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Because if that was the case, I would have just set them up with a defensive position outside somewhere.
No, doesn't seem like it obscures the undead from passage.
3.
I would say that very quickly, as you're like running through like the names on spines, they're all associated with medical terminology and the ideas for the magic around medicine, that it feels immediately like I'm not gonna probably find anything related to Imperia here. This seems like it's specifically an office setting to where like this guy's just got his shit set up for
The
knowing what he's
reference
gonna
material.
do. Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
I'm just looking
Imperia
at
stuff.
encyclopedias.
Yeah, the Imperia stuff was a long shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Glenn, you're keeping everybody safe and around the edges, which doesn't need a check or anything. They're
Yeah.
all fine.
Just setting up
Nobody's in a rush.
the ladies in the corner.
Yep. And same as in the purification chamber, at the opposite end from where your entrance was, there is a staircase that spirals and descends downward.
Do we want myself and Tarathel to take the lead? Or actually, me and Vorst for your sword?
Yeah. That's
Yes, I think so.
Does it look big enough for 2 people or thereabouts that we
Single
can
wide.
stagger?
Single wide.
Okay. Hey, you want me to go first? As you can see.
Actually, why don't I go first? And that way, if I need you to hold the sword up,
Yeah, that works
The
for me.
light will get past his.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, if we're all ready.
Yes.
I just do these stairs look big enough for a horse?
Are you, when you were instructing those people, were you asking them to stay up here while you guys were either down below?
Yeah, I was gonna take Rirda with me.
Okay.
But Catherine, Yaz, and Sabrina are gonna hang out back. I have them like I would put them in a position that it's like if someone came by, looked through the door, they wouldn't see anybody.
Okay.
But it's like if they walk through the door, they would be the first people to see who came through the door, but also see where we're coming up and out.
Gotcha. Anybody else? Anything preparatory before we begin our descent down below?
I just want to say, Rockin' Gamer UK, in case you watch this playback. Additionally, thank you for the 10 British pounds. It didn't come through as a notification on the stream, but I did just see it in my email, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
How are we gonna spend that?
Right.
They're pounds.
Like sterling silver.
Are they worth their weight in gold?
Ew.
Anybody? Anything else preparatory before we begin to go down?
Do you think that's how they got?
I don't think I have to prepare Turn Undead because it's a
Nope,
channel.
it's your channel divinity. You don't need
Yeah.
to do anything for
Okay.
it. It's just
You have to
accessible
cast
to
it.
you.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're gonna take a break. So I need to set things up alone.
Oh no.
Goodbye.
Oh,
We will
alone?
return.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I would cast magic weapon or like
just there. There.
Right there.
There and back again. We're back. Hello. Hi, Paul. Everything's fine.
It's fine. We're great. We're not great.
NotGreat, you're the one stepping down below first. So, I'll describe the scene to you. Room looks like it matches pretty much the same position affixed upstairs. Slightly jutted backwards, simply because as you guys climb the stairs, it does spiral and then juts you out into an area matching where you were below. It's a 25 by 60 foot long rectangular shaped room. There is sufficient light from Vorst's sword, because it's 30 bright, 30 dim, for you to be able to see effectively all the way to the opposite side. There are on each side 4 sarcophagi, all sealed over. There is a large central brazier that is in the center of it. It's maybe like 2-3 feet high. It's not a cauldron. It's a brazier. It's not fucking massive. It's a small thing, but it definitively would look similar to what you utilize in your rituals.
Why would a bra be down here?
Right? There are areas in which, along the back portion of the wall, that would look similar in the descriptions to you for what was given by Chuck, meaning there is a singular point of conclusion for tree roots, not a trunk. There's not like a tree trunk at the back of this room. There are spindly roots that look like they fall and loosely hang maybe a foot or so out from the back wall. And yeah, there's an enormous circular oblong-shaped creature enveloped within wriggling vines at the back. Almost looks as though it's held within
It's stuck.
the roots.
Oh, we gotta get him out of there.
It.
Buddy, what are you doing in there?
I mean, you guys can fucking see him. He's back there. There you go.
Oh, man.
That's what I was
Oh,
afraid of.
yup, there
He's in front of
it is.
He's stuck.
You gotta help him. Friend.
Again, like I said, I don't know what you guys are gonna do. I've not
The
declared
boulder,
any
obviously.
animosity towards you all. I'm just saying that Nesgrim, you see, again, the roots are, there's like 30-foot high ceilings in here. So the roots extend about 15 feet down. It does look indeed like this thing is enveloped by it, held aloft like it's in a fucking cradle almost,
Like a
effectively.
hammock?
Yeah. Again,
Now, does
not
he look,
great.
Does he look lounging or does he look trapped?
Looks, from a distance, arguably really constricted.
Like, is it moving, trying to get...
It doesn't look
Out?
like it's moving now. It's stationary. It's definitively looking in your direction. Like,
There's
you
an
would
eye.
see the enormous eye, like central eye, looking in your direction. Doesn't speak or communicate or anything. It just kind of like is stationary within, but the eye is affixed in your direction.
Who's first behind me?
Me.
Vorst.
Great. I would lean back to Vorst and go, big eye cradled by tentacles, pass it down.
Who's behind me?
Ether.
Don't cry. Slaughtered the pinnacles. Pasong.
Song.
I want to say because of my PP, I probably heard Nesgrim say that.
I don't think tentacles was the word though.
Did Vorst say something about a gong?
No, there's a large, the large eye that we had seen in the center of the tentacles. It is in the center of vines at the back of the room.
I would say as you guys are whispering the messages down, your light goes out from your sword.
Uh-oh.
Pourquoi?
It's perfectly natural sometimes.
I would cast light on mine.
Nothing happens. Cannot cast magic.
I can't cast light on my sword. Pass it down.
We can hear you, Nesgrim.
Fuck. Alright, well, fuck this thing. Put that away.
Do we
Does
want,
my bark skin...
Falls off.
Oh, no.
do we want to keep going? Or
Oh,
do
we need that. We just need a rock. We just need the
Do I,
rocks.
do I see anything? I have dark vision.
Yes.
His big one. I got his
300.
big dark vision.
Yep, that
Do
still
it.
functions.
Do I see anything glinting or glittering around the walls near the sarcophagi?
Nope.
Papa, is there usually a big eye with tentacles down here?
Oh, what?
Shh.
Sorry.
A big eye with tentacles.
No.
I think Vor's magic just went out, and Vittoria's.
It's totally normal. It happens to a lot of people.
Does this normally happen down here?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see anything.
Everyone.
I'm in a
wait.
stairwell of confusion.
Everyone, wait here.
You gonna go talk to it?
No,
I mean,
Open the first sarcophagus.
you could.
I'm not even. I'm gonna go light the brazier,
It's all the way across the room.
but it's not. It's not all the way across the room. It's
It's like about half.
before it.
Can you still? Can it still be seen? Like how?
He can see
He can-
because of the extended dark vision
You
gifted
can
to
see
him
where,
from Glenn.
where the creature is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The description of the creature.
Mhm.
Does it look like it's made of like flesh, or does it look as though it's almost made more of plant matter?
I would say it is so thoroughly enveloped in plant matter that really all you're seeing is the eye itself, and again, the cradle of roots.
Is there any mouth visible,
Not visible now.
or ears, or anything?
No. Again, it just looks like an eye enveloped in roots.
Alright, well, plants don't have fucking eyes, as far as I know. Maybe we should just fucking
Yeah.
state our intentions and see if we can get what we need and get out.
Yes, perhaps light a torch and slide it across the floor in the direction of the brazier.
And like this is a wild animal. Treat it like a wild animal.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna pull out a torch.
Yeah.
And I'll light it with my tinderbox.
Yeah, it takes a couple seconds and you light a torch.
And then I'm gonna toss it on the ground in front of me.
Okay. Like right at your feet or at any distance in front of you?
A little bit in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like I think a torch is 10 bright, 10 dim. I don't think it's that much light.
It's gonna make its way there.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast catapult on the torch toward the brazier.
That's great. You can't cast spells.
Right.
Yes.
So, okay, just treat it. Nazgrim, have you been in the woods, right?
Hang on, wait. I have another solution.
Okay.
I pull out my crossbow
No.
Okay.
Put it down. Put it down.
and
Don't make any advances. You've been in the woods, right?
Yeah.
You've seen big animals that are bigger than you and scary.
Sure.
You don't want to impose yourself as a threat.
Right.
You're in its home. So what we're gonna do is me and you, we're gonna walk calmly with the torch to the brazier. We're here to do a job, and if we just do it and don't advance on it in a way that it deems a threat, we should be okay.
Well, here's my proposal then. If it's outnumbered, that's a threat. If I can walk forward and light the brazier, but I think if we start,
How big is it, actually?
How big is what?
How big is the eye? And the mass, if you could theorize.
I mean, 30-foot high ceilings, it's extending down roughly 15 feet. I would say the eye is probably like 3 feet. Like, it's massive.
Okay, so yeah, two people is not a threat against something that big.
I could run forward. I can.
No, advancing quickly will definitely be deemed as a
I think any step into this room may be a problem for now. If we're looking for tomb jade, I can light the brazier from here using.
I'm gonna hold up the crossbow.
If I shoot a bolt at it, I can light the brazier from here without us having to walk into the room.
But you might shatter the brazier.
I might.
You also might shoot it and.
I
Also
agree.
possible.
May I offer an
just-
alternate proposal?
Sure.
We take your very large length of rope that we had previously used to climb, that we did not end up doing,
Right.
tie that around both of your waists with some amount of distance so that way you have freedom of movement, and leave the slack with the rest of us. If you're in trouble, the rest of us collectively should have enough strength to pull the two of you back.
I like it.
That's a good idea.
My strength score is abysmal, but we have the king and Reard at the back.
Yeah, you know, it
doing
really send the strong people
anchor.
in.
That's actually a good idea.
That way
Then,
we can be cautious, and you can light the brazier, and then we can go from there. But if there's an emergency, we can.
If we're worried about the
Yank.
strength at the front of the party, I mean, I don't know. Is there room to squeeze around each other, or is it like
Not in the stairwell.
not in the stairwell? Never mind.
I propose that's a great idea. I do think that's a very good solution. Rather than taking a shot at the brazier from where I am, I can step to my right and take a shot at
You
an
still
angle.
might shatter the brazier.
I may still shatter the brazier, yes.
I don't think we want to shatter the brazier,
Well, no, but I won't hit it if I miss.
but you still might shatter the brazier,
It only
Yeah.
solves one of the problems.
Yeah.
and it may present that as a threat.
We'll go with the rope option for now. You're ready to fight at all times, right?
If you're ready to walk into this,
Keep your head low. Don't look at it directly. We should be all right.
And I'll light a torch in preparation.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have
you have your torch lit.
We need your rope.
And I'll.
I'll light the rope on fire.
So,
that
plan
him?
is Vorst and I are gonna tie ourselves off to the rope.
Yep, with
leave-
some amount of slack between you.
Yep,
and
and
then
then
leave the rest with us. 'Cause
walk
you had
forward to
3
light the
lengths of
brazier.
50-foot rope.
Sure.
Yeah, I got plenty of rope. Yeah.
Okay. Who
Nice.
is holding onto the rope at the other end?
All of us.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Everybody.
passing
All
it
right.
back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Two
that
of
when we
you-
get yanked, it's the whole group.
Okay, that's fine. Two of you affix rope, start walking towards the brazier. Nothing
And,
interrupts you.
We're going to walk nice and
Goal is to
cautiously.
light the brazier.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab the other torch as we walk past too.
Are we getting closer to?
Yeah, we
And just in a consistent slow motion, eyes down as though we're dealing with a bear in the room is how I would see it.
Okay.
Rude.
A wild bear. An owl bear that would eat him.
Can you let me know what the distance is for bright and dim for a torch, please?
Oh.
If you click torch.
Because I don't think I have torch in my inventory.
20 foot. 20 bright, 20 dim.
Okay. 20 bright, 20 dim. Yeah.
If you hit something with it, it deals 1 fire damage.
Sure. Nothing happens as you guys are making your way to the brazier. Again, it is a small little vessel on the ground. Clearly there is kindling within. Are you illuminating the brazier?
Yes.
You illuminate the brazier. It fills. It's got, again, its own little small, like 10-foot area of fire. Nothing else happens.
Is it an oil brazier?
No, it's
Like an oil basin or?
It's, I would say yes, just because this way it's easier for it making sense.
Yeah. I was just curious as to what we were lighting on fire.
Yeah, there's kindling within. Like, it's an exposed thing, again, comparable to what he does with his rituals. So it would look like there are small, like, sticks and kindling inside. But they are oil-soaked.
Okay.
Once we've got it lit, I would kind of like tug on the rope
Yeah,
forward toward us.
yeah.
And then gesture forward, like to walk forward.
Okay.
Everybody moving?
Following.
I guess.
Now that the brazier is lit, do I see any glittering, any like gem type refractions of light?
Not in the open exposed areas, no. So, again, we'll get another classic John drawing here. This is the real reason why I'm doing
Oh,
it.
here.
No.
Is this eye looking at us?
Yeah. It's looking in your direction.
Is it fixed or is it just kind of like
It's fixed.
lazily?
Does it have an eyebrow?
Nope.
No?
That's not a mustache.
So it's not emoting at us. Eyebrows
Really,
up.
really big hag eye.
It's going like this.
I just remembered I put in PTO for 2 hours for tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Getting home at 10:30. I never want to go to bed on time. I always want to stay up like really late, and then I'm always super tired on Tuesdays.
Yep.
This is a goddamn shooting gallery.
Big old peeper in a cradle of fucking vines and roots.
That is what that looks like.
What it looks like.
With the 20 bright, 20 dim, can we make out any more distinguishing features of it? If there's a separation between it and the vines
I
and
would
the
say,
roots?
I would say for you two here, who are like most proximate to it, you would definitively see the glistening white long teeth at the lower like third region of it. It doesn't even look like this thing is moving at all. It looks statuesque.
The eye is stationary.
Eye is stationary and fixed. It's not blinked a single time while you guys have been inside.
Does the eye look with now having light where it's not in like complete grayscale?
Yeah.
Is there any color to it?
Yes.
Does it look?
It's illuminated.
Yeah.
It does not look empty and hollow of life.
Yeah. The other piece, does it look animalistic, humanoid, like monstrous, from things that Ether has seen?
Pupil.
Like pupil for like like
Pupil
a
shape,
cat or-
yeah.
I would say monstrous,
Okay.
borderline animal.
Okay.
Like it's a vertical eye slit,
Yeah.
so you've
Okay.
seen some things that would have been comparable,
Okay.
but it's a 3 foot tall eye. That's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
Is Gary down here?
No.
We don't see him.
Gary got eaten. Presumably.
I would to you guys behind me, I would tell you to split side to side.
Yep.
Mush up against the walls, and I would like kind of direct you guys to like points behind the crypts to like
Yeah.
split just in case.
Hold on. As you're doing that, I would say because of the illumination and again because of your passive perception, you two were like looking predominantly downwards to get to the brazier to not make eye contact with this thing. With light and stuff in here, you can see that there are the other matching holes for certain areas within the ceiling for which other hollowed out trunks would have been above.
Yeah.
There's not the same volume of root system here,
Yeah.
but there are still like small areas in which there are exposed roots and hollow points extending up to the ventilation above. Just as like an aside.
Okay.
Almost like they were using the trees to put oxygen into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I think
Yeah, just kind of like have you guys kind of zhuzh over to the sides.
I would also say that with, again, more of the area being illuminated, behind each crypt into the walls itself are relief statues of kingly quality. All of them look definitive and unique. Each of them looks like an individual person, and it is not just like a portrait where it is just upper part or neck up. It is entirety of their form. So like a standing regal positional relief. Yes.
Tarathaler, there's certain caskets here where we expect to find the tomb jade, or just any of them.
Tomb jade is made of long standing. It's probably best to search the oldest kings first.
The oldest, or presumably the
all the way down
furthest.
Well, yes, they would have been first interred.
Naturally.
It would not make sense to inter at the opening and then work backwards.
Yeah, of course.
Cool, check the back ones first.
Perhaps check the one right there to your proximate that isn't directly next to the.
Vorst, do you want to check the one on that side of the brazier? I'll check the one on this side of the brazier.
I don't want to stand
We
directly
only have
behind
one
you.
crowbar.
Are there any?
Yeah.
Crowbars?
Yeah.
They're
There's just,
engineered
just a big.
They're like
yeah,
I take
bucket of-
your own
This is like
souvenir.
It's like an umbrella thing,
Skeletons,
yeah.
It's the like bucket of rocks that you fill up.
Build your own grave robbing pit.
Oh my god.
Make sure you grab a
Grave
crowbar.
snoozing.
Are
What do you
there? So. Taruthel
Uh-huh.
and his father was Mirrodin.
Correct.
Obviously Tarathel's still alive.
Uh-huh.
Mirrodin was not laid to rest here, correct?
Don't know that.
We saw his body.
Is,
Yeah.
is there a?
We don't know whether there's
Are
no
the
crypt
tombs
here for it.
labeled?
True.
We saw one of his bodies.
Mirrodin only had one.
So
Would
like
you?
Are the tombs labeled?
5/6 of his body.
Is one labeled for him? I'm assuming one of these closer to the.
The one right in front of Rita.
Is it closed and sealed?
Yeah.
Okay. I would just.
So the crypts
Yeah.
themselves, with them being closed, sealed with a stone lid, because I imagine they're just sarcophagi.
Correct.
Do they look like something that you would need a crowbar in order to open, or could somebody theoretically, strong people, lift open the lid?
It would look like they're able to be opened without needing any implement or device.
They can just push them open?
Yeah.
Forrest, do you want to take one on one side? I'll take the one on the other. I think we do these two here.
Yeah.
And if we don't find any in these two, then we progress forward and do one at a time.
Yeah, but just remember, keep your eyes down and move with purpose.
All right, on the count of
That is
three.
not where I would fucking stand. I would stand there. Thank you very much. I'm not dying to you moving my character. No! No!
I'll bend over in front of the eye.
I would mirror where Vorst goes, see how it goes.
On the count of
My
three.
thinking is I can hide behind it, and if shit goes down, I got something to hide behind.
On the count of three.
Yeah, he's making those noises. Sure.
One,
Fine.
two.
I'm
Five.
gonna look at the sarcophagus first. Does it have a sign that says Tomb Jade in here?
Oh.
All right. Is there a date or anything on it? Because I can't read Elvish, but I would imagine that numbers or like numerical symbols would kind of make some sense in a way.
Yeah.
If I might offer a suggestion, maybe open one of them, because if there's a fucking mummy inside, I'd rather deal with one and not two, because he's cackling.
Well, that's why we're doing two at the same time.
That's
here.
a terrible choice.
You're letting
I
Squeeze
love
out.
hearing Ether yell, that's a terrible choice.
And then one at a
Nesgrim.
time if we have to move forward.
Nesgrim, do you just ever get the feeling sometimes God's laughing at us?
But why not? Why one? Why not just?
One at a time.
Because we
now.
want to get out of here as quickly as we
If
can.
we have to flee, it's easier to do it from.
All right.
From
not,
one
not fully
thing.
off. We'll open it just enough to see in.
Perfect.
Works for
and
me.
then if we need to close it, you said the lids have the sculpture of the king on it.
Not the lid. There is a
It's
relief,
a relief
in the wall. Yes.
So what is the top of the crypt look like? The top of the sarcophagus? Is it just like a flat, basic style
No,
sarcophagus?
it would also have a more uniform appearance on the top. They wouldn't have crafted lids individually for each, like, honorific. I think it would just have, like, more of a general kingly, because, again, not all of them kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Like,
Mostly looking for if they have grooves enough that I can, like, kind of grab.
yeah.
If, should the need arise, I pull it shut again.
Yeah, I'll say that there's grooves for it.
Okay, there's hand grooves. Look at that.
There's a beveled edge or something.
Yeah.
It says push on the side of it.
All right, on the count of three.
Yeah, we'll just crack
Hold
it
on,
open.
hold on.
Wait,
I'm gonna get fucking
Are we-
sprayed in the face.
are we
with
still
lead.
doing both?
Slightly.
Oh my god.
Also in preparation
not?
too.
Well, I'm trying to answer your previous question about the description on the lid.
Sure.
I'm just trying to do math.
What?
I need to do math.
Yeah, the
See how many
numerical.
mummies-
Oh, for the.
Yeah, the numerical values.
So the one that you're at, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, you're at 6. The name Lythan, Lythan, 3,617 AR to 4,150 AR would be the course of his reign, as indicated. Again, with you not speaking Elvish, I would say that, like, Lythan, it's probably also written in common next to it.
Yeah.
What's the year again?
3617 to 4150.
Well, I feel like with names it would translate because it's like I can read the letters that's spelling out Lythan to a
Yeah.
point, even if it's like a V is a U or something like that.
Something comparable enough
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
Elven language. And his relief statue would be a almost odd-looking, physically imposing, muscular man. Think Halsin. Not like, Bear Halsin.
Burly.
Burly.
Big man.
But, like-
is there a relief statue of anyone skinny?
like
a
his
scroll?
yes,
A twink?
genuinely yes. I've made these descriptions for a reason. However, so like again, when I'm saying Halson, it looks like he is not wearing armor. Like it looks almost like he is more clad in primitive like leather. That would still like expose the majority of like his very wide muscular arms and legs. He is also covered in scars like along his face, along his torso, and you would see that he is mostly bald, like really short hair if he has any at all, kind of pulled back thinly, and at his side what he is leaning on is like a large statuesque warhammer.
I don't open that one.
All
That guy seems cool.
all the kings.
He has elven ears still, just to be clear. It's
okay.
still an elven man.
Okay.
2 eyes and
All-
one
yeah.
mouth.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. All normal elven features, just giving the additional descriptions for like, this is a strong fucking looking dude.
Are the statues painted?
No.
Okay.
All leaders of Oglath have been Eldrin.
Correct, and they've all been of the Alvratham family line. And there's
Eldrin lived for
A long time.
yeah,
and
like
there's-
7 to 800 years.
8 sarcophagi here.
Correct.
This is like 10,000 years. Of,
Correct. Darathel was the 9th king.
Wow.
The 9 have left Minas.
For vibe checking his sarcophagus.
You give a peep over to his.
well, the peep over to his relief.
This
yeah.
is Wimpy McWimperson, the 12th king.
He's got really big, thick
Died
rimmed
from-
glasses.
Died from a light
So like
sneeze.
again,
His pants are pulled up past his nipples.
so like you look over at his, and he is clearly like a thinner man in beautiful, formal, regal robes. He has like
Hands are like
This is
well manicured. It's like pencil.
Yeah, but he could be a lich. I don't know. Like this.
He's got a little monocle.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, nah, give me the burly guy.
hold on.
I can fight
Don't
him.
take from me the opportunity to have made the Twink Lich, therefore the Twitch joke for our streaming platform from me.
Welcome to Twitch.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Thank you.
No
But yeah, that's the Twink.
Twitch.tv.
no last name on Lythan?
They're all Alvratham.
Alvratham.
They're all
Oh,
Alvratham.
yeah, I guess there wouldn't be.
It's lycanthropy.
No, but for
Yeah.
again, you guys don't know Elven, so like I can't give the Elven name meaning.
Yeah.
Do you speak Elvish? No. Fuck. All right. Well, yeah. Your guy though
I
for
speak
his
abyssal.
relief.
Does that help?
No, maybe. He's thin, frail, still like tall. He looks a little bit taller than the Halcyon-looking motherfucker, but like in very like form-fitted, thin, regal-looking robes. He looks like dapper and well fucking dressed. He does happen to have a crystal orb on his hip belt. over
Does
his
he now?
robes. Yeah, statuesque, not like a real, currently usable crystal orb. And he also has a name.
What's his name?
I'll give it to you just because it's there. Caelden. Caelden.
Caelden.
Correct.
I'm gonna
My twinkling.
What are his years?
What?
What are his years?
He's got 2 of them. They're on the side.
4,150. So immediately following in succession to 4,770.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. I have a bandana. I'm gonna pull that up to cover my face because I know this is gonna be stinky. Same as I did in the awful swamp that she came from.
Damn.
It's stinky
In the game. In the game.
in the game. And I will grab onto the lid and I'll turn back at her dad and be like, "We have permission from the king to do this, yes.
Yes. I don't.
It's your family, that's why I'm asking."
I understand. Thank you. Just obviously be very careful with the remains. They're my ancestors and they served Elglatha honorably.
And they will
boldly.
continue to serve them.
Behold!
And they will
Sorry.
continue to serve.
The family motto just kind of really inspires that vigor in me.
If they do have the tomb jade, they will continue to
Behold.
serve.
Behold. Oh, sorry.
Are you saying beehole?
Yes. It's the family chant.
Beehole!
That's where the tomb jade is.
Check his butthole! gross abuse of a corpse.
Are we,
Yeah, we have permission now.
alright, on the count of 3?
I fucking guess.
1,
Just cracking it.
2,
Cracking open a cold boy.
5,
3.
3.
Yeah, but we make strength checks.
Trick question: the statues come to life.
Reliefs?
Man,
I'm real good at
Reliefs can't really.
I'm really good. It's a natural 20.
awesome.
Send it.
8
8 total?
total.
Damn.
3.
I rolled a 5 and I have +3.
Yeah, okay. Damn. What's your total then, Glenn?
It's a checker.
Yeah, it's just a check, so just the strength
24.
mod. Okay. All right. Well, Don, what languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and a little bit of Dwarvish.
All right. DJ?
Celestial and common.
All right. Glenn?
Abyssal, Orc, and Common.
All right.
Common, Draconic, and Sylvan.
All right. Tag?
Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Sylvan.
All right. Well,
Fancy way of saying 2 languages.
so you're real successful in like finding the right point of like grip and also movement in unison. Flap, like I would say push forward probably.
Yeah, I'm cracking forwards. That
Yeah.
way, if I need to, I can pull
Yeah,
it shut
peep,
again.
peep the feet.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess we're doing it from the head side, right?
I don't know.
Hard to say, because they're not actually.
Yeah, they're not. If you want to say that you would have been head side, that's fucking fine. I'm not gonna cheese you guys.
I
that bullshit.
assumed it would be head, feet, head, feet, head, feet,
Sure.
head, feet.
Fair.
So then you would be on the feet side. Or are you going
No, head,
No.
feet,
Okay.
No,
head,
yeah,
feet,
like
head,
head,
feet.
foot.
Yep. So sure, we'll say that you guys are at the head sides. That's fine.
No, that's
Head
that's
side table.
Yeah.
Head
That's
feet,
right.
head feet, head feet.
no.
Okay, that's,
That's
fine. It's
not
fine.
what he
it's
was
fine.
saying.
It's fine. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry.
So, the closest thing that we have in terms of comparative for noise for language is Glenn with Orcish.
Oh.
You would hear echoing out from obviously the cradle of roots at the back of the mausoleum a very hoarse, odd sounding as you push. I don't know if you would attempt to stop upon the
Sound?
sound. That is up to the two of you.
I would.
So it's not open yet.
I would say that it's as you're putting your hands on and beginning to push, it would.
Hey,
Did it sound? I'm going based on animal vibes now.
I would say exasperated. Like that's why I'm saying like hoarse. It sounds exasperated.
Okay, because like I know that there's like part of me was thinking that it's like it could also be like, oh, I'm fucking yeah, I'm excited type of thing. Or is it's more like
It
it's
does
almost not I don't want to say pained, but yeah, it's exhausted. Like this is
Yeah. Yeah, I would say exasperated, hoarse, but still an immediate sense of like they always say the like beware cornering an animal. This is that call.
Beware.
behold, quartering an animal.
So like that, and I don't know if you would stop. That's up to you.
When Ether peeked down
Yeah.
from the top,
Yep.
did you say that what he saw was moving?
I said that the vines were moving.
The vines were moving.
Correct. Yes, Chip.
Can I go next to Vorst after hearing it make that noise?
That is a
Depending
fast
on
advance,
whether
and I would.
it
I
be
would
like,
not
no.
sprint.
It,
I
would,
would,
it would
like-
depend on whether or not he pushes open the lid or not. That's why, like, I want to clarify events in an order.
Sure.
And that's clear event number 1 because Nesgrim immediately is not halting. Does
Yeah.
Vorst halt?
I would say it would probably like a little bit, not fully, not like open yet, and I would probably pull back and just like kind of
Not look at it.
around the surroundings
And just wait and listen. Yeah.
to see if it was going to make another noise. Yeah, I would Because I'm imagining that it's like I'm getting ready to
Gotcha.
push it, and as soon as I get like that little,
Yeah.
it starts moving.
Yes.
The noise happens. And it's like
Yeah, no. You halt. No subsequent noises are made.
Does it sound like it's breathing now?
Yeah. Very faintly and distantly. Like long pauses between them.
Almost like a sleeping breathing.
Yes. I would say almost like a sleeping breathing is very fair.
Do we want to just push them open, look, and move on? Just get it out of the way?
I don't know if anybody else is like attempting to be looking at the cradle of roots or whether or not we are just observing peripherally.
I would have said that I was probably observing, but after hearing it make the noise, I would slowly, carefully try and make my way over to where Vorst is. Again, keeping my eyes down.
You would have been looking in its direction, though, to observe it.
I'd be.
I
looking
would
in
say
its
I was
direction.
probably watching
Sure.
Vorst, and then in hearing it, I might have glanced over, it caught my attention.
Sure. Sarah, you would be looking and observing in it.
Yeah,
direction.
I think I would be tensed and ready
Yeah.
to see if it makes any move and holding the rope
Sure.
taut.
Okay. Yeah. I'm only asking because I want to insinuate as the noise is made, there is quite clearly a movement of it in a singular uniform presentation, meaning the roots all in unison look as though they shift and ripple, as though when you watch wind rushing through leaves, you would see it's going fluidly, almost like
It's
veins.
relaxing.
And less relaxing and more as it makes the noise, the eye and the roots seem to move harmoniously.
Rippling, kind of.
Yes.
Since I had been watching the iris, that's what I would be.
You're
Watching.
staring at the iris specifically.
Yes,
Okay.
because I would like to, similarly again with animals when they are scared or going to attack, the iris might shrink
Flicker,
or,
yeah,
or
narrow.
open
Sure.
or narrow.
Yes.
I'm looking for signs
Yes.
of aggression.
Absolutely. I would say that the eye would have definitively shrunk.
And Ether would take that as a sign of aggression from other animal things.
I would ask you to roll insight on
Okay.
that.
Is this eye lying to me?
I don't,
You looking
I
at him?
don't think that there are a lot of things
Yeah.
in which Ether would have drawn the aggression of an animal
No,
from.
absolutely.
Yes. He got attacked
Yeah,
by an
that's true.
owlbear.
That's less an animal and more like
Yeah.
a beast.
If-
Dirty 20.
Yes. What?
I was gonna say since I was also watching it, if I could make a nature check as well, but that if he's got it, then it's kind of irrelevant.
No, they would. I think that they would confer different elements because you didn't specify looking at the iris to try to read its movements or its intentions.
Not the eye specifically, but just the intentions of the
Sure.
creature itself. I'm poised and
Then you may also make an insight or a nature check. Whichever you think is more fitting thematically for what you're attempting to observe. Dirty 20?
Yeah.
I would say that it almost looks like it narrows and widens very swiftly in a state almost of fear or shock.
Okay.
it's an 18 on the die. Insight is +7, so
24?
yeah. No, 25.
Okay. I would say that with you observing the entirety of the mass and the movements, the harmony between the roots and the creature held within, as you're looking at it, I would say that you would be immediately drawn to the notion of, while watching the ripple and observing it, the way I'm trying to describe it is if this is the eye, right? And we've indicated that the lower third is probably where the mouth is. It looks like the ripple onset from the mouth out through the roots on both sides harmoniously around the entirety of this creature.
Vorst,
You stopped, right? You indicated you're moving towards him. I don't want to ignore that fact.
Yeah.
What would you be doing as you're moving?
Just keeping myself low, and it's like, maybe because you're not of the family line, touching the tombs might come off as an attack.
But I'm a sworn guard to the bloodline.
Sure, but
So is he.
Sure, but the only people in this room right now that currently reside here are members of the family. The guards are upstairs.
In watching the iris, it seems surprised, not necessarily aggressive.
It looks... The branches all moved with it. I don't know if this creature is independent from what's holding it there.
Maybe let me help you.
We've not seen the rot move with intelligence before, right? We've seen it move toward blood and toward death. We've not seen it move intelligently.
I mean, I have, but that was not here.
You've seen the rot move intelligently?
Saw the rotting one.
Do you think the vines could be being controlled by something which is holding something within? Intentionally, as either a guard or maybe...
I think they could. If you think about the rot-born creatures, the people afflicted that we found upstairs, they were controlled by the seed at their core. It had essentially taken over them as a parasite.
I think in that case we should be as quick as we can.
I think quickly in our decisions, but I think taking it slowly and deliberate with the lid rather than shoving it off at once, perhaps.
And maybe one at a time.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna crack
And
it
I
open.
think you might be correct. Perhaps it would be
Allow
helpful.
me. Let's do like Ghost.
I'm gonna crack it open. You'll take a look inside.
Yeah, but you have to hold me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll crack it open. If you see the tomb jade, what are we looking for with that?
What does Tomb Jade look
Mr.
like?
King, what does Tomb Jade
Presumably
look like?
it's green.
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
Anything crystal-like.
Is
You
there?
asked me for Tomb Jade. I proposed a theory.
Yes. I thought it might have been...
I don't know. I know where there's a tomb. I don't know what jade is.
Yeah, like...
Well, he said it was specifically with the king, so I didn't know if he would know.
No, he said that if there was to be a place within Alglatha that there might be Tomb Jade, I would think it would be with the kings who would be buried with great riches.
Okay.
Was there a king who maybe ruled over a more prosperous time?
Maybe called like the Jade Emperor or something.
Something like that?
We don't have any of our elfish people looking at the things.
I'll look at some things.
All right.
You guys are standing in front of two of them. Look at them.
We're standing in front of them.
Are any called...
There's one statue that's green.
Sure, it's a shame I
There's
didn't
a
speak
bucket.
Elvish.
It just says "Help yourself to Tomb Jade," and it's the whole fucking collection of
Right
it.
next to the...
Yeah.
crowbars.
Tomb Jade receptacle. No king inside.
Are you
It's like
looking
one of
at the
those
one
penny
you're in front of?
I'll look at this one. I'll look at that. I mean,
I
the
would
room,
look at the one in
the
front.
room is
Alright.
small. I can peek at a couple at a time.
Sure. Again, you guys gotta tell me what you want to do.
I mean, crank it. It's not flat.
You're standing in front of a monster.
Yeah. 8, 7, 6. Don, you're in front of.
Five. No. Three, because you said I was 6.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry, I fucked up the numbers. Okay.
Do you want me to write on the...
No, I just got a chart of myself. Well, you guys are in front of different people, though. Whatever. All right, Don. You on the right side are even. You are in front of Drathier. D-R-A-T-H-I-R.
BPL Drake.
His relief stat.
What?
You looked at me like-
It's like Dragon Ether.
his name means Drake Singer. Yeah, again, the jokes
Enemies
are here.
got a lot of enemies.
He's not like us.
So his life.
He is in predominantly draconic scale mail armor with like big wing pauldrons for his relief statue. He has a large two-headed, symmetrically shaped draconic wing appearing axe. Like it doesn't look like it's just a fucking blade. It looks like it literally bursts out at various points to like fucking puncture upon slash.
Does he have a Does he
Really?
have a
The look on DJ's face, he went, "Oh, I want that."
It's stone. It's the statue. That's not where his weapon actually is.
Does he have a pickaxe?
No,
In the
he's an elfin man.
Well, you know, for the miner.
Oh my god, boo!
Whoa! Hey,
Boo!
look!
Oh, boo.
Sarah, you're in front of Valandil. V-A-L-A-N-D-I-L. And yeah, his name means an ode to peace.
Probably that guy. Check out that guy. Check out that.
He's unarmored, an average build, handsome looking elven man. And he currently, his statue is depicting him reading from a book. So it would have like a book in one hand, him kind of like angled down slightly at it.
You said it was ode to peace?
Peace.
Do you have the years for those two?
Yeah. Once I map them out.
Thank you. Thank you.
One of them, Kentrasil.
Oh, that's what I said live.
Limar.
Yeah.
I see dead people.
Wasn't on a beat. Oh.
4,770 to 5,100.
Who was that for?
Drathier.
Drake.
And then 5,100 to 5475.
And these are all obviously AR.
AR. Okay.
What was Drathier's again? I'm sorry.
4,770 to 5,100.
Perhaps we should try opening Valandil's tomb. His name means ode to peace.
What does that got to do with a rock?
If it was a peaceful time, it is possible that there were numerous riches accompanied. The eye also seemed really fucking concerned when you were trying to open that particular one. What does Lyfan mean?
I guess other people would have used the name and you'd be able to see it. Stormborn.
Oh yeah, don't open that one. And Kaeldin?
Echo
I mean, I'm-
of the water.
I'm born of storms.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, it seems like this guy was maybe a druid. And, if I didn't know any better, I think plants here are keeping that from doing what it needs to do.
Possibly.
So it could be scared that it's like we're opening the one that
Could be the answer.
could be necessary to keep that where it needs to be.
Also, wasn't it established that the older ones were possibly more likely to hold?
More
HMG?
likely, but they're still talking 3,000 years. They're all very old regardless.
Can we see from a distance what these ones?
For the names?
Yeah.
Sure. There's enough light. Fuck it, fine.
Got 60 feet of dark vision.
Joseph R. Biden.
Where the hell am I?
Second
Jade yourself.
is Alarion. A-E-L-A-R-I-O-N. He of branches and boughs.
We can't open that.
No. You
Branches
don't get
and
to start
owls?
quoting that shit like fucking 2 years
Bows.
later.
Bows.
Oh.
You don't get to start quoting that shit 2 years later. Nuh-uh, take it back.
And what are the years?
Prophecy.
Something to 3617, I presume.
Yeah, that's where I got a math weird now.
Yep.
Because I did them backwards. Yep, okay. 2717 to 3617.
Damn.
Yep.
It's an old fucking man.
2017.
Mhm.
That is an old name.
Mhm.
And the other one
Melindor.
Melindo.
spelled out.
Melindor. Lord of Silver.
Oh no. No, no, thank you.
That's a nice guy.
I don't think so.
It's the Lord of the Melons. What do you
His
mean?
years?
1
Oh fuck.
to
Two.
2017.
God damn.
To 2017,
2717.
and Alarian started at 2617.
No, 2717.
Yep.
To 3617.
Yeah, they butt up against each other.
Holy moly.
As soon as one dies, the other one takes
I
over.
thought that other guy was old.
Nope.
Melindor.
Lord of Silver. baby.
Ganondorf.
5 points to Melindor.
Do they? Do the number of years that they roll get shorter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they go from 533 from Lythan. He was 533 years. Kael'dan was 620.
The old kings ruled long.
One of the first things I did once I had 2 sets of numbers was check to see if they were in power for the same amount of time.
Why is that the worst thing?
No, I should say, why are you the way that you are? Why are you doing this to me?
In construction of the reliefs, I'm sure the artistry gets simpler the further back we go. I'm assuming.
Yeah, again,
Still intricate for like what it is,
again,
but
this is
like
it's still also real hard because we're like
yeah,
looking
sure.
at stuff. I would say
I'm just like we can see that on the
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
like they definitively have like
the
dragon wings and
singular
stuff.
thing that I will point out as we are observing all of this to the best of our ability in the presence of danger with some flickering lights is that Melindor's statue, obviously the oldest, there is not any sign of damage or varnish or destruction to any of his entirety as a person, which again, he is an old-looking elven man, like real fucking old in the depiction of his statue. I'll give you the visuals as well. All right, I'm not gonna give you all the visuals. Mirrodon, right?
I will step out if I needed to see this, like just to
Yeah,
just for
it's
justification's
fine.
sake. Yeah.
Mirrodon, right? Mm-hmm. Matches the descriptions we've been given of him before. His hands are held together over a great sword that like literally comes up to almost his fucking neck. So like a 5 foot, 6 foot tall fucking enormous sword that is like just posed right beneath. You would definitively see that his eyes are given intricate details in the carvings. It's not just like a simple fucking iris. It does look like almost his eyes are naturally ascribed to give that crystalline kind of like the jutting projecture of if you were to look at like a finely carved gem. This guy is named Thalor. Thallour. That name means swiftfoot. He is thin, handsome, very lightly armored. He is brandishing up and aloft, quite almost daintily, a rapier that extends out from him. Valandil, average build, handsome, no armor, reading from a book. Draethier, draconic armor, big fucking pointy axe, big, pretty strong. Kael'dan we did, Lythan we did. Alarian is an athletic build. Sorry?
I just said we did.
I don't think we did.
We didn't do
We
his
did his
description.
description.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Alarian, athletic looking build. He is quite literally nestled on a branch that is like carved out from the bottom third of his relief. It looks as though he is leaning back on it, and he has strung over his shoulder a big, beautiful bow. And then Melindor, Lord of Silver. This is the Lurks song, Don. No, he is an old-looking man. Like, the other people look as though they are carved in either a state of remembrance for war or of the remembrance of what their reign sought over. Melindor is the only one that is depicted in his old fucking age. Everybody else looks like they were either like in a prime or like roughly within that time frame. Melindor is not. He is old. He, similarly to Miradyne, is posed. However, his pose is in front of him. However, there is nothing dangling below where his cupped hands are over. It is an empty spot in the space. Again, you're close enough with enough vision. I would say that you would see that there is a small position on the base of the relief statue in which there is an empty hovel at the bottom of it, as though something is missing currently.
Sorry, again.
Last thing. At his foot, leaning up against his leg, is not in the exact same appearance of your shield because it does not have the two grooves on the side, but a similarly molded and filigreed shield. However, it is a kite shield, so the right side up triangle. And on it is a sigil of a cracked sword, with only the hilt and a portion of the blade showing. In terms of descriptions, that is thus. Yes, DJ.
The section of that relief where the sword looks to be missing,
Yes.
does it look like smooth edges around the outside, or does it look like hard, jagged, uneven edges? Like, was it removed by hand, hammer, and chisel, or was it removed by other means?
So I would say that because it would be in front of him, it wouldn't be connected with his torso. It would have been connected at the 2 points of the base and in the base of his palms. I'd say where you are, it's probably hard to see. I think you'd be able to see some of the under portions of the hand, and it would look kind of smooth. It does not look like it is broken and pulled away.
Are we missing one? I have 7 names written.
Miradyne, Talor, Valadin.
Oh, I don't have Miradyne. Never mind. Never mind.
The one that we knew.
Immediately, okay.
Yeah.
The one that we knew.
Yeah.
That is just to give you the best description I can possibly give you as you are figuring out your plan. Again, as you guys are standing here, though, still within the presence, this thing is slow, ragged breathing. It is awake, theoretically, now. Not to say that, like, anything is going to suddenly change, but, like, you're hearing breathing in a location in which you were not previously hearing breathing.
Okay.
I think we should open these slowly and deliberately, but make our time in this space quick.
Yes.
You said Melindor, right?
Melindor?
Melindor. I'm mixing the first and the last.
Yeah.
Melindor, you said that his relief statue shows no signs of wear.
Melindor, correct.
So, like, no roots overgrowing or
Correct.
anything like that.
Correct.
With being able to kind of, like, observe the room after hearing this noise and, like, you guys being like, don't open that one, I'm going to deftly and deliberately move myself up to his crypt.
Okay.
If
Also-
you want to come with me, you
Yeah.
can come with me.
Oh, Glenn, just as one thing to clarify, the other relief statues were not covered over with roots. They just bore some signs of natural weathering and wear, just with existence over the course. But it's not. I'm not trying to preface them as being like
no, it's
noticeably
like-
damaged or anything.
Yeah, no,
but
they
none of
had
them have
battle
roots growing
scars and stuff. He's smooth.
Yes. Yeah. I would also say that, like, it's been pointed out to you at certain points within here and in other locations, there is an artisanal difference to his statue. It does not look elven made.
And it's missing something.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Oh, my love.
definitely move up.
You both are moving towards that.
Yes.
I would say that as you are in front of the cradle, within 10 feet of it, you would hear again the same guttural noise reiterated.
Same kind of context, same sort of vibe.
Yes, I would also say that because you speak Orcish and it's close, I would say you don't understand the phrase, but it definitely gives you the context of you don't think it's necessarily addressed at you. It does not give you the, like, go away. It feels like it's reiterating the same phrase. And then you continue to the sarcophagus? I don't know. That's your call.
Yes.
Sure.
I would definitely like perk my head at it. So it's like if it's looking at me, it's like it'll definitely see me like hear it, but I'm keeping my head low to
Okay.
it.
It does not seem like it's looking at you any more than it otherwise would have been previously. You're probably just also in its periphery.
On approaching the sarcophagus, does there appear to be anything laying between the sarcophagus and the wall? Thinking that whatever weapon could be missing could have possibly fallen.
Nope.
And you said it's not the same height, right?
Yep, a little lower.
Okay. Approximately greatsword length?
Longsword.
Longsword
His
length?
was greatsword.
Okay. Before I attempt to crack this open, just to take a look, the recess in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I would take a look at that to see what the fan style looks like to it. To see, like, is it a narrow? Is it wider? Like, to see if I could try to glean what shape blade may have fit to this point.
Pretty pointed.
I've read a lot of stories and had a lot of free time. Does the design of the statue remind me of anything or any kind of like folklore or anything that I'd seen?
You can roll a history check. I would also say that to the two of you, as you are standing in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of your fixed position for where you are in relation, you would see at the back wall, behind the held aloft cradle, what would look like, just be able to see like the edges of it, it would look like there is another relief behind on the back rectangular
like,
wall.
Opposite
Yes.
here.
Yep. But like not able to like make out what is on it because you're just seeing the obscured edges to where you would see clearly there is a recess carved back from this.
Okay.
But if the relief does not occupy the entire space of the recessed area, you'd only be seeing the edges of a recess.
Got it. Worth noting too, I would have brought the torch with me on the approach too, if that's helpful.
That's going to change things.
Because like I would have had it because he had his torch. I picked up the one that he had thrown on the floor. We approached, lit the brazier, split. I would have brought it over to mine with me. Given if it seems like the thing on the wall is going to be adverse to me approaching with fire at it, I would have probably been like and held it back.
Yeah. As you're moving towards it, it would almost seem like the root system that connects around the base of it, a semblance of it cracks out to genuinely attack at the torch.
Does the iris change?
No,
Okay.
unmoving. Weirdly, I rolled a natural 20. Like, shatters the fucking... Because again, it is a wooden framework.
If we're not rolling for initiative or anything, I'd use my reaction with it, like hold it out away from me. But like, if I realize it's striking it, not me,
it's like
take it.
fucking snaps that shit in half.
Go ahead, take it. All right, cool.
Like splinters spread all over the ground, and then it
All right, we don't like fire.
quickly slithers back into the concentrated mass at the center.
What is this creature?
3.
3. Statues are neat. Yeah, I would say that like in the heightened tensions of this moment when you're like, I've read a lot of stories. I like stories. All right.
And yeah, I'll take a look at the relief on the wall there, and if I can look at it real quick, and then all right, cool, we're gonna get ready to go. If that whatever I see doesn't change anything for me, I'm opening this.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything in this interval?
I'm helping to open it.
Okay.
I'm holding the rope taut still. I'd probably
I think
creep
at
over
this
to where
point
Ether is, and
we probably would have had to take the rope off.
One of us would have had to have separated. One
Oh,
of
yeah,
us
I
can
guess
still
that's-
have it. The other person can't.
Yeah.
We'd have just taken it off then. We would have just taken it off then.
Yeah, it just
You guys were splitting
entirely.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything while this lid is being opened?
I would just be locked on the iris, and at any point of like aggression, I would just yell out
Sure.
to give them warning.
Okay.
Yep.
Anybody anything else?
I'm gonna duck down where I am then, and just peek out, like over the like corner a little bit, but try to like obscure most of my body behind the.
DJ, where you go?
Right there.
Looking at it?
Not at it. I'm watching them lift the sarcophagus.
Sorry. Yep. So you're looking this way. You got it. Drink check. Two of you. You can roll with advantage since she's assisting
Yeah,
you.
good.
So that's better.
And while I roll this, is there any defined features from where we're standing on the relief, or no?
The
We have
one
to get closer. The back wall. Yeah, the back wall.
No, it is obscured by the.
Oh, okay.
Blinds and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, in order to see it, we would have to actually remove stuff from.
Yeah. So like.
We would have to remove the carbuncle.
If
that's blocking
cradles
it.
like this, right, and fucking weird shit all here, when you're looking at the back wall, you would see just like the edge of the recessed part
I
curved, like
understand,
cut
okay.
into.
I thought
the-
it was because of lighting type of thing, where it's
No,
like
it
it
has
sits
nothing
back
to do
in
with.
the
It's literally
recess.
like jutting right in front of it, so you're only seeing like, you know, instead of seeing all of this, you're just seeing like that part of the beam. You're not seeing the remainder of it.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. I mean, same thing. It reiterates the same phrase. No change in tone, no change in anything whatsoever. It does not seem like it is gasping any further. The iris does not move. It remains affixed forward and out.
All right, yeah. If it's continuously making the noise, I'm not perceiving it as a threat as of right now, so I'm gonna open.
Okay.
And I would have instructed her, we're gonna open this together.
Mm-hmm.
You see it, you gotta grab it.
Yep.
Yeah. You push like a third off, like
I would
Maybe a
go.
quarter.
think?
Enough for me to like reach my hand. and
Yeah,
grab
I
it.
would say probably. About a foot.
okay. Also,
I'm like thinking like what curled arm to full open would be. Like that's I want to
Yeah.
pull it that far, so if I have to close it, I can.
That's totally fine. Again, also, you push open. I would say that you would see adorned a simple gilded golden circlet around the, crowning of the head. You would see an old elven man, an eldrin, matching the same shape of the relief statue. Think genuinely of like Sword in the Stone's fucking Merlin. Like kind of long, triangular shaped beard, pretty fucking, withered, saggy skin, bony fingers, holding over like a little fucking like royal scepter on his chest. It's not like there's just a tomb jade laying there.
Yeah. You said a
Like-
scepter?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would see like the pointed like bauble at the top that would look honestly like a large diamond at the top of a golden scepter on his chest.
I'm gonna push open a little bit further to see how long the scepter is.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like it goes from like sternum down to probably like waistline. So like it's not massive. It doesn't look like it was a weapon.
I was worried for a second because I was like, is it the length? Like, am I thinking it's a long sword and it
No.
could be a scepter?
Nope,
Didn't think
nope,
about that.
It just looks like that. It doesn't
Okay.
look like it matches the size.
Yep. Cracked open just a bit
I would
further.
say that as you're cracking it open more, the sound that the thing is making grows more rapid and exasperated. The iris does not move.
Yeah.
As he's pushing, I'm like actively like trying to look in without like disturbing it, like
Sure.
to see if there's any like if it grows maybe like mushrooms do, or like if it's kind of like forming like stalagmites in the corners or something like that.
Oh, like crystal clusters.
Yeah.
Also, you guys are now doing this in the absence of light. because the torch was busted and
Yeah,
thrown
we're
aside.
using whatever brazier. I don't know if you still have your torch, but like you probably, if you
It
got
would've
any
been in the
closer, it would have been
brazier.
whipped. So
I have 60 feet of dark vision. I don't know if that helps.
Sure,
but, like,
it'll paint the things in the light of grayscale.
Yeah.
You can make an investigation check. Glenn, I'm going to ask you to make a history check while we are standing here.
it's in relation to fiends.
No.
Yeah, you have to tell me.
I know. No, it is not.
It's an 18.
18 on your investigation check? Yeah. I will say that as you are here, like, looming over the sarcophagus, around the body
Yeah.
are a smattering of, like, beautiful coins. There are a various, spread of gemstones and stuff throughout. There would seem to be other trinkets of, immense value. Like, I'm talking, like, goblets and, like, gilded cups and, like, genuinely, really very distinctly splendorous objects in here. But you do see that there are spatterings of, like, crystalline shapes, obviously fine-cut gems. But you are seeing this in grayscale.
Okay.
I don't know what you would attempt to grab, if you would attempt to grab anything.
I would kind of like quickly whisper this to the party. Just, I see gems, but I don't know what I don't know what tomb jade is.
Yeah,
Do any of us know what
June jade?
June jade? What jade would look like?
Didn't we have Tomb Jade before for the ritual?
Nope, Tomb Jade never existed.
Tomb Jade was added in.
It's a shame none of us are a dwarf.
I don't
Thanks, Dom.
really think any of you guys would have a familiarity with jade specifically. I would say the closest thing maybe would have been your parents'
That's what I was-
shop.
Like, would they have?
But they would
some-
not have had tomb jade.
Not tomb jade, but
But they would have
something
had
that
jade.
This is what jade looks like.
Correct.
It's, like, I know that it's not cut like a diamond would be cut. It would be
It's
probably
like
smooth.
flat glass,
It-
yeah.
Not even glass.
My
It's
thinking
barely-
behind it though would be like, so
Kinda like
if it's
obsidian, though, isn't
if
it?
it's something that's probably created within a tomb that's been sitting for a long time, I would assume it's like it grows within a tomb.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't imagine that it would just like plop down on him like an egg. Like I would be looking for things within the
Okay.
sarcophagus that looks like it was maybe grown.
Okay,
Like
sure.
I don't know anything about geodes or
I know. This is where all my years of rock research for this campaign specifically have come into context. What was your history check, Glenn?
18. I feel good on that.
I will tell you that because you speak Orcish, this is a language that you have never heard before, but one of the words that it feels like it is stringing out in this guttural gasp sounds like the word in Orcish for dream.
I don't like that.
Chell, I will say with your investigation, it does not look like there is anything growing out of any of the corners of the dark areas of the tomb itself. It does not look like there is anything whatsoever breached in or grown within.
yeah.
There's no signs of vegetation or fungus.
Everything that's in here looks like it was gifted, like a parting gift when he died. I don't think it's in here.
Is that not what we're looking for?
I don't know.
Is it on the bones?
I mean he's still
He's still covered in flesh.
Corporeal,
He is
yeah.
not decayed.
At all?
no.
His
Same thing.
lid also would have the gentle repose spell.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
The roots that we're seeing here, do they look like roots or do they look like widow's whale?
No, they look like roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was getting scared for a second that like maybe the roots are the bad thing and the thing with the eye is actually the good thing down
I'm
here.
not saying that
It
that's
might
not
be.
true.
We don't know that.
I'm just saying it does not look as though the roots of this are actually the green vines of widow's whale. There are no white, puffy-like flowers around this. It looks like it is the underground, subterranean extents of a tree.
Why did we have this scenario after Paul left?
Paul would know.
Paul would have peeped one eye down the hallway and just been like, Fireball. I'm going to ignite the room and we're going to find it.
Anti-magic field. Snuffs out.
Because of the anti-magic field, I'm assuming my home of telepathy.
Yeah, magical items become mundane. Spells cast within, snuffed out immediately, no effects are taken hold, however the spell slots are consumed.
A tinderbox is essentially a matchbox, correct?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I would
Yeah,
if I
you
wanted to
have flint and tinder.
essentially light a match, I could light a match.
Yeah, absolutely. It does not affect that whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's an ordinary, mundane object.
Because I know torch, big bad. We don't like torch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if I'm lighting match, small, real tiny, just enough light to maybe if we can get a glimpse and then it blows out of color,
That's up to you.
I'm gonna go for it.
If I see him reaching for his tinderbox, I'll go, what are you doing?
You need to see.
I can't see if this thing whips me in the face. I don't know if it'll attack you if it's just threatened by fire, period.
Also, they're at an elevation.
Yeah.
The brazier is low to the ground.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. It's exactly what I was trying to take a look at.
Maybe if you're
I have an idea. Oh. I'm gonna pull out my silver sword.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold my silver sword. Not the moon touch, not anything. I'm gonna hold my silver sword up and I'm going to
refract the light.
I'm going to mirror the light down.
Absolutely. We can lobby this.
Yeah.
So even if it's a gleam, there's something.
Yeah.
What do you see?
You open his eyes.
Yeah. I will tell
No,
you
don't say yeah.
that you now definitively see, like, as he catches the light,
It's a
finds the
sign.
right
It's
angle.
Jade right here.
No, again, it's not going to be fucking obvious. I would say that you would definitively see a smattering of gems of various colors, shapes, sizes, and cuts.
I would relay what I see to you guys. Just I can't imagine one of these is tomb jade.
Does one look like jade? Do you know what jade looks like? What makes it tomb?
That's a nat 20.
It's in a tomb.
Yeah, I would say that you are familiar with the coloration of the presentation for jade being often green.
Yeah, I'm familiar with jade, but these don't look like jade that I've seen before.
I didn't say that.
Yes,
you
there's
said.
a whole plethora, a whole basket. It
I
says
didn't say that
tomb.
either.
It's a bunch of
I said there's a
jade.
smattering of many colors of gems.
Do any of them look like a pale green, like jade would?
Yeah, there are several.
That one.
Okay.
Maybe.
Should I grab what I assume is jade and just hope that it's also tomb jade?
I think we can check at some of the other tombs, but you might as well take some of that while it's open.
Don't look at me. You fucking take
That's
it.
fair, yeah.
The phrase gets reiterated.
Yeah. I
Don't take what we don't need.
How much do we need?
I'll have you make another history check to see if you figure out any other parts of the words.
10. No, 11.
All right, well, it's only 10 words. 11's clearly bigger than 10.
Saying, Mr. Sandman, build me a dream.
Yeah, fine. Stir. I'm not saying that that's in sequence.
Yeah.
Just that those are two words that you're like, that sounded
Yeah,
like
there's
they said
stir and there's dream
said
that are
stir.
Yeah.
All right, so we grab the jade and we go.
How do we know that it's tomb jade?
We don't.
Can we
Norse,
recall how much we need of the tomb jade, or was it just a?
It was an amount.
There
Yeah.
was an amount listed, right?
Vorst, do you have any idea what that thing is saying?
It's weird. It sounds like Orcish, but it's not.
Were you able to glean anything from it?
Yeah, it's not words that you like. You know, like food or ham or anything like that.
What are the words?
It's a stir and dream.
I would pull from my pouch my protective herbs that I use with dream walking,
Okay.
and I would go sprinkle them in the brazier.
Okay.
With purpose.
Sprinkle them in?
Yeah.
All right. Oh dear. Roll a d20 for me.
Sure.
Stop.
4.
Hell yeah. I would say that as you approach this and you drop them in, I would say that there's a brief eruption as the herbs and other things are, alighted and suddenly, swiftly catch flame, and like you hear like pops as they like sizzle and like crack and break up. And in the midst of the flames, I would say that you looking down into it, I would say that you see appearing behind, within the kindling, smoldering away, just the thin portraiture of an elven woman, a dark-skinned elven woman with long silvery hair.
Any recognition of any kind?
You may roll a history check.
It's one of two people that I'm thinking.
I would say with an 8 that there is a sense of familiarity to it.
I would, to be more specific, I would think back to the paintings that we had seen in the castle.
Which castle?
The keep. Her keep. Family keep. Elglatha.
No.
Okay.
I see you, mister. I see you, mister.
Woman.
Did we just lose a light?
Yeah.
We sure did.
It's interesting. That's fine.
Don, I would say that would appear for a brief second and then be gone.
There it is. Just was plugged in all the way.
Like it was a flash in the pan.
Yeah, I would, seeing that, I would try again. Since I had topped off my herbs, I have a litany.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens, just the one time.
Yep.
I
We have.
saw a face in the brazier when I just did that.
Ew, what?
Ew, what?
Did you recognize the face?
Does it look like Dawn?
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yep. Doesn't look like Dawn.
Okay.
Darker skinned elven woman, long silver hair. You just see the like quick.
Darker skinned elven woman with silvered hair.
Did it look like Laverna's mom?
Nope.
Or, what's her
Celia?
name? Yeah.
No, he said there was nobody in the castle that it looked like.
Who said that? God. It kind of sounds like one of the portraits that we saw back in the hall in Oshuamp.
That was a long time ago.
Totally have their name somewhere written down. I just gotta look at my notes in my brain. Force his eyes roll in the back of the I have to think.
You mean the vampire section where like all the vampire names were?
No, I think like all the
It was the
mosaics.
Hall of the Heroes.
Calcinate tomb jade with in brazier made of obsidian, 4 hours. What color is the brazier?
The one here?
Yeah.
That would be black.
This is all part of the steps, not that it would matter, but it says to calcinate tomb jade.
Calcinate. What does calcinate mean?
Like to have like growths on it, like to
Say milk.
Yeah, calcium.
so like a calcification is like if you think like
Yeah.
Dr.
Build up.
Calcium.
Looking back through my notes, and I just have the question: do we have to kill Nesgrim?
Yes.
Probably.
It's also just in a box.
I mean, if
Is
I
it
see
curly silver hair with light brown eyes?
What's the name you have for it?
There is no name.
Oh. Oh, that's right, because all the names
Oh wait,
were
no.
scratched
There,
off.
there are names. There are
Okay.
names. Hold on, sorry. We have a list of names.
Yep.
There's like the Aegis, the Hammer, the Chosen, and they have their names and everything.
Correct.
But like then we also have the descriptions of them.
Correct.
A cracked sword,
Correct.
sigil of her house, with only a portion of the blade remaining.
Yeah.
that's her.
Well,
Well, that's a man.
the cracked sword matches something we've seen in the sarcophagus here, but I don't think that's her.
It was on the shield in the depiction of
The one guy, yeah.
the old guy.
Yeah, I'm
Melindor.
trying to think because some of these
The dude with the
names
tomb?
sound
Yeah.
elvish, but they don't sound
How many Dawn
elvish.
Heroes are there? 12, right?
Correct.
12 that are remembered.
There you go, Don. I just replied to it so I could bring it back down to the thingy.
Thank you.
Because like there's names, but like I don't remember which ones are elvish.
For the depictions, we had big man with sword. We had a guy with a bow. We had a guy with a rapier. We had a guy. I'm trying to see if there's comparisons between what we know of the Dawn Heroes and their titles, like the Aegis, that kind of stuff, and these
Oh yeah, I have the same
reliefs.
description.
Did any of them look like a twinklich in the description?
A Twitch?
Yeah.
Weirdly, I have it written on the back of my notebook. It's not even on.
Yeah. A spot that you should not forget.
Do I have any?
No, it's just because I ran out. This was the Gospel of Eternity episode.
Like Baedrith sounds like it might be an elvish name.
Yes, I have black elf woman, regal silver hair, unsheathing something, hilt and handle of sword, chipped blade crest.
Tall
That's what I
kite
have.
shield with the sigil of her house.
Yeah.
Yeah, portion of the
Yeah,
blade
no, again,
remaining.
don't get me wrong. A large part of the campaign is you guys finding out who the Dawn Heroes were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why the names were destroyed from the placards within the lower areas of
Beautiful?
Oshuamp.
Would you describe this person as beautiful, or maybe they look accursed? Do they look accursed?
We don't see their relief on the back of the wall,
Oh,
so
I
it's
know.
very difficult to do. I would say that Ether saw a really pretty, like, darker skinned, like, black elven woman with long silver hair.
It was definitely this one.
I mean, the fact that Melindor has a kite shield with the sigil of a cracked sword is
Yeah.
definitely a big old red flag. And the fact that he ruled since year one, like,
She wasn't holding anything in the.
It literally was just, like, her face like this. So it's not even like he's
Oh no, I mean
seeing
in
all
the
of her.
painting that we had saw.
Oh.
Yeah, she was
it was
unsheathing
just
something.
usually she was holding a shield.
Yeah, hilt and handle of sword.
When did we see this relief? Was it when?
This was
That was when
in
you're going
the,
to rescue Tharia.
Yeah,
That's
there was
right,
the
okay.
antechamber before the elevator that descended to the prison.
The Hall of Feasts for the S for Feast.
So yeah, it's definitely some sort of ancestral thing because like
She was an Eladrin.
yeah, if she had a shield that had the same markings on it as him, his blade's probably missing because she had it.
I'm going to really go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say into the brazier just because in this same episode where we were around there, Grimdar was like to his statue, was like, I fucking really wish I had a cool shiny rock, and he had a rock. So I'm gonna ask the brazier. I really wish I had some tomb jade.
fucking go on, let's see it.
The reasoning? I did it because a
Look, we saw the people's statues in the same place. If they're connected to some like heroic
that was
nature or
in-
godly nature,
That was in
Maybe.
the chapel. That was
it
outside
was
of the chapel.
But yes, but that's where we went down.
Do you think
I have it
so?
written on the same page. That's what
think so.
Grimdar. That's look. I'm just telling you. That's what he said.
Stranger things have happened. We made a sweater for a rat. I'm just, fuck it.
I'm just drawing the connection.
Yeah, no. So, like, as a genuine thing, the thing reiterates the phrase again. A moment passes, and you say I really wish I had some tomb jade,
Yeah.
and, like, sizzling in the brazier, you suddenly see erupting from the bottom, formulating almost like a liquid that quickly solidifies, a green stone.
I really wish I had some serotonin.
Whoa, tickling your brain.
I
A
would
giddiness.
say to the thing in the vines, the thing, just generally to it, like, May I take that?
It's not like it responds to you. It
For
reiterates
sure.
the phrase again.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll go for one more word if I can.
sure.
Do not touch.
16.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see what words you get. I'll give you 2 since you're on a 16.
The book! In that voice specifically.
So do we think that that's one of
Oh,
the shards?
you get dream again.
Dream.
No, you're really sure it's saying dream, and then you get the word dare.
Dare to dream.
It's actually a motivational poster.
Dare, dream, stir.
Don't you dare stir them.
He's writing a
Oh.
song.
Is it coming across as like dream full stop, or does it feel like it could be like dream something, like dream or dreams?
Would he get the
dream
order?
stop.
Would he get the order of the words?
I would say you would recognize dare, dream, stir.
Calling you a dreamster.
Dare ye wake what sleeps here, lest they stir. That's probably what it says.
Is that 10 words?
I mean, it's not that, but like you're at least within the realm of things. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's a hot stone.
Potato?
I would say that as you're juggling it, it starts to return to goo.
Shit.
Ask again.
Put it back in the fire.
Yeah, I'll put it back.
Ugh. It just looks like a fucking sauce that's broken.
Wait,
it
what
does
did
not
it look like?
recrystallize.
Yeah.
Did you have it?
That's what I was gonna ask. What cut of gem did that look like to be?
So it's not about the cut.
Okay.
So the cut just determines like the shape.
Okay.
Right? All right. So what makes something tomb jade is the fact that it has grown within a certain threshold for a volume of time to where its exposure to the elements changes the natural chemical properties of it. Effectively, long-winded way to say, instead of it being like a bright, opulent, shimmering green, it does have weaves of like yellow and brown hues kind of like rippling through it. It looks as though it's not oxidizing,
Okay.
but there is something definitively within it that is changing the chemical content of the rock over
Like
there.
almost like limestone.
Kind of.
Or like
Okay.
it has a marbling effect to it.
Yes.
So I would describe the marbling aspect of it
Absolutely.
to try to see if with your light refraction, if there's
Yeah.
anything that matches that within.
That sounds like malachite. Are we
Okay.
sure it's not just malachite?
Again, it looks similar.
Okay.
But-
Yeah, if I see, how many do I see? One definitive?
Because it depends how, I don't remember how much we needed.
The green rocks.
It doesn't, I don't know if it ever said it.
I think you have the paper.
Three.
Three
There are
green
three in there.
rocks.
There are three.
Okay.
Various spots within the tomb.
I will take one and wait a second. I will try and move quickly.
That's up to
Yeah.
you. Like again, I need to know what's
yeah,
happening.
no, if I see it and that's the description, I'll be like, okay, which one feels like I can grab it the quickest?
Yeah. There's a close one. That's like right off the side of like his shoulder.
Yep, so reach for that one.
Good grab. Yeah.
Wait a second, see if he does anything.
It's reiterating the phrase. There's no sudden change or anything in it.
He doesn't like act any more hostile after I grabbed it or anything?
It does
Or
not.
it doesn't, yeah. Okay.
You speak Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you, even though he can't
Is it my
hear us,
handwriting?
let him know that this is to help save his kingdom.
So if we had like 1 ounce and then several things, it's 1 ounce. Okay.
ounce each.
Yeah. So
Speak to melody or enemies.
Yeah.
I would say, because this does matter for the course of the ritual, right? 1 ounce pure. If it is a cut gem, the gem itself is pure. If
Yeah.
it was in a stone, it would obviously need to be refined. If you
Yeah.
had 6 ounces of unrefined, you don't actually have necessarily 1 guaranteed ounce worth of the thing. Because this is refined and cut, the volume that the stone is the volume of what tomb jade it would represent. Just so this way you don't
Yeah.
need to be like, haha, John, behold, we have a rock. And I can be like, that's unrefined tomb jade.
Sure.
Like, gotcha. This is
Yeah.
clear, identical, standalone tomb
You
jade.
mean to tell me nobody stepped on this shit?
Right?
Sick.
if you hold that rock up, as somebody that grinds things, would I be able to determine that that is an ounce of?
hard to
Hard to
tell just
say.
by look. I would say
I would walk over and.
you hold it aloft.
Mm-hmm.
Does it
it go flying?
I mean, a 17, does that hit your armor class?
Yes. It meets, yeah.
Yep. So it would, like, you hold it aloft, you start to look.
Yeah.
There's like the little bit of refracted light again. There's a little bit of the light coming from the dimness of the extents of the brazier. And you just real suddenly feel a thwack, fucking heavy hit your arm. Again, it's a negligible amount of damage to you. It's 3 bludgeoning damage, but it's a
Sure.
like, oh fuck, and it goes flying out of your grasp.
I'm assuming it goes behind me though, right? If it hit me,
I'm,
so
I'm
that
not saying
way.
that like it's fucking
Yeah.
gone. I just
Yeah.
mean like you went ha and it went fuck.
Yeah.
I would react to try to dive and catch it. Depending on how
Sure.
far it's
Either
going.
of you two would be able to attempt if you would like to.
I'd make a try for it.
Sure,
too, yeah.
absolutely.
You practiced
They're
for this.
dex-
You just caught
they're
the rat.
dex checks. Dex check.
DJ's so ready for this. He practiced and caught the rat earlier.
Dex.
Glenn, you can make one more check while we're doing this.
8.
8.
17.
Yeah, I would say that you like reach out and it fumbles like right over your fingertips, but you slow down its trajectory to where it just genuinely you're going to reach and it
Yeah.
just plops like right into your
Yeah.
hand. Beautiful.
I would kind of weigh it out.
A baby boy.
My baby boy.
Get it away, get it away.
That feels like it's probably an ounce or so.
Okay.
Should I grab another?
I think for safety, and then
Okay.
close that tomb up.
As I'm reaching it a second time, I would start to in Sylvan. I haven't really gone to church. I don't know how to like do the like higher up praising, but just the like, you know,
Bibbidi
yeah.
bop, bibbidi bop.
Hey yo, as a descendant of the royal line, I thank ye for what y'all done to.
What you done?
I thank ye for what y'all done for me.
For
Thank you, Lord, for what you done.
And sorry for what I'm about to do.
All right.
I appreciate you guys creating this here tomb jade so I can use it to help save our kingdom and its people, and I.
I would say the corpse just stop.
Okay, thanks.
You're butchering the ancient language.
You're
In my head, Thoriel says something really nice and honorable. Chell
Bibbidi bob.
has never heard a
Don't
single word in her life.
disrespect
Yeah, you're disrespecting the grave.
Don't call me.
And a good day
Yeah.
to you.
To you. Glad that you roll once more.
19!
All right, I'll give
Give me
it
them
to you.
sweet, sweet words
Give
that
it to
I'm
you
going
more.
to hate.
Hopefully we don't re-roll same things. I actually think those are both unique.
Death knell.
Oh.
It's speaking the components
Are they
of deaf
boring
and
words?
blind.
I mean, yeah, 7 is what and 9 is May.
Damn. Come
But
with
now
me.
Hello,
you know.
May.
Now you know.
Ewan, come here!
Now you know. Dare dream what may stir.
That's bad. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Now that I have the second stone, I'm gently tucking it into my pocket, like underneath my robes and like keeping it hidden. Okay.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
We ready to go?
I've been born ready. Let's go.
We start making our way to the exit, I guess.
All right.
Pull the tomb closed.
10 words, Claudia. 10 words.
I got
Sorry,
5.
11 words.
I got 5. I ran out of dotted lines, so I put one on the end. I imagine it ends with bitch.
I'm going to re-roll the 1 just because the fact that I gave you dream twice when it is 11 words and I was only rolling the d10.
You get dreaming.
Dream!
May.
Stir. Stir, stir.
No, you get within.
Where?
Dare dream within may stir.
Dare disturb the ones that dream. What may do the wake? What may stir, or something like that. That's what I'm assuming.
Dare dream what within may stir.
What are the odds you get twink?
Oh,
You were here earlier.
Yeah, we
You
did.
missed it.
You
There's
missed the twink
Yeah,
description.
there
there's
was
a
a
twink
runaway
king.
twink earlier.
a twing, if you will.
All
His
right,
name
yeah,
was
let's-
Shania.
If
let's
you
get out of
guys
here.
are electing to leave, that is entirely your choice. Again, whatever you choose to do is what you choose to do.
Yeah, we came for the.
Is the how big is the brazier?
Pretty small. It's comparable
Handheld
size to
size.
Aether's. Yeah, you'd be able to grab it.
And it's not affixed to the floor.
Nope.
Does it appear to have any inscriptions or anything on the outsides?
Nope.
No? Ooh, shit. Okay.
Smooth, polished black stone. Would look like obsidian.
Before you pick it up,
Yeah, I would like, as we're walking out, because we'll start backing.
since I'm unclear if what caused the goop to animate and make me that, I'm going to ask the brazier
Why you do that?
Why are you like this?
while looking at the thing.
You're looking at the things.
I'm looking at the
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
You look at it.
because I'm trying to direct it
Yeah.
at it.
Okay.
Do you need help? Because if it's using that to communicate with like shapes or something, understanding that we do not understand the language.
XD emoji.
Do you need help?
Yes.
I can't open this jar.
The 100 emoji.
I need my pickles.
Done.
Been 1,800 years.
Yeah.
Give me the pickles.
I will give you the very clear, distinct, within the smoldering ashes at the bottom of the brazier, in common, the word yes. Just kind of fizzles through the veins of the discarded debris of the kindling.
Yeah.
You just see yes.
How can we help you?
Yes.
Try again.
All right.
Because like if either thinks of this as like a wounded animal,
Yeah.
he wants to help it if there's any.
The word within the smoldering ashes of free would appear.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring that with us?
Did you bring your friend?
No, I mean the brazier.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think that thing needs help.
What?
Is that it? Are you talking to it?
Ask it.
Are you the thing on the wall?
Are you what is at the center of the roots?
I would say appearing before you, the word yes. No one else sees this. Only him.
What are you looking at?
I'm sorry.
What trapped you here? And why are you here?
What are you asking?
Why are you
here?
Yeah.
Free snacks. Pickles.
Just Pop-Tarts.
The word glory would appear. Come on!
It was right there.
What is it, Ether? Tell us about this hole.
Wait a sec. Is Twink Relief doing anything? Just like...
How can we free you? I know.
No,
it's,
I understand.
It's hard.
How can we free you? Kill?
Girl.
You or the vines?
I would say vines.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Neither do I. It's not like I sat down and went, surely they shall look at this and venture to free.
Do it for the vines.
Do it for the vines.
Our friendly neighborhood beholder. I'm just saying, if we had a beholder in our party,
I'm not saying it is one. I just put a mini there because it's got a big fucking eye.
You also put behold on the door.
Whoa! Because it's the family motto.
Behold glory.
oh.
So
the O in the hole is gone.
I found the list of the names of the Dawn heroes.
Mm-hmm.
We have the descriptions here, and then I have the list of the somewhere. The shards of winter.
Yeah.
One of which is
A broken blade, right?
Broken sword.
it's like a shard of there we go. A shard of veracity is one of the names of the relics. And then the Dawn Heroes, there's Baedrith the Accursed, Bracem of Many Faces, Karsa, Champion of the Green, Durgan the Mighty Hammer, we know it's not him, Dumar the Aegis, is that
Aegis,
how you, Aegis? Elsith the Chosen, Cole the Frozen Fang, Corva the Cold One, Nagos Bright Sky, Olriet the Beautiful, Sagul the Starborn,
That's a demon name.
I
And-
hate Soggle so much. I fucking hate it.
and Tursi the Bountiful.
I just don't know which one of those names is Elvish.
Would I know which of those names is Elvish? As someone who
Is a wish.
is Elvish?
Yeah.
A few of them, I assume.
Let me look back at 'em.
One of them is a black dragonborn that holds
Yeah.
scales that appear speckled with starlight, so I can only
Yeah,
guess
not
that's Sagul the Starborn.
I don't like 'em.
And then Cole and Corva, I know, are represented with dogs almost exclusively,
Yeah, we
and
The frozen-
they're also twins, so
Yeah.
they're usually together.
they're gonna do more dwarves.
Yep.
Elsith, I think, is a elf.
Yeah, we got a gnome. We have a dragonborn woman.
Yeah, hold on. I literally just opened it. Yep. Karsa and Ulriet are the two elven names.
Karsa
Yep.
is
It's gotta be Karsa because the other one is
Champion of the Green, and Ulria the
Is
Beautiful.
Elven woman, long blonde hair, bright blue eyes, plate mail, sword, buckler, sigil, pair of cupped hands with silver chalice and gems around it.
That sounds like a champion.
That's a different person entirely.
Yeah, I was looking for the two elf names that we have.
Okay.
If
The two descriptions
you
of
said
elven women, yeah.
I have the two descriptions of elven women. We
Yeah, that
have
was
two
one of-
elvish names. I'm trying to match.
We also know Elsith.
Right.
Like
Right.
Oh.
that's Elsith. That's,
That's-
why I'm saying like you literally
oh.
you just read Elsith.
Yeah, the other one
Gotcha.
is an elven woman with black hair,
Oh yeah, yeah.
dark brown skin, light brown eyes, warm smile, woodland attire. She rests her hands at the height of a longbow
That's got to be the champion.
with
Yeah.
a white wolf that sits steadfast
So
by
it's
her
got to be
side.
Ulriet.
I would ask, who are you?
Guess we could have done that.
I mean, if it is a name. I mean, it projected me a picture of a woman's face.
Yeah,
If it was it.
so you ask, who are you?
Yeah.
I mean, famously, they don't name themselves.
Mm.
I would say it would do nothing.
Oh, we only know the names because T. Wordle told us, right?
No, they were. We found a list
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
Yep.
Are you an ancient hero? I will not say the name.
It would say no.
No. Did the royal family put you here?
They would say no.
Are they related to Melindor?
I do not think so. They said the royal family did not put them here. Are you related to Melindor?
No.
Well, then it's not that lady then. Because that lady had Melindor's sigil on her shield.
Are you able to move at all so we might see the relief behind you?
It says no.
Why does it want to help us?
Why do you want to help us?
Free.
How do we kill it?
I would think it would say fire.
Does it want to harm us? If we free it?
I assume it will answer no. I'll ask. Do you wish to harm us if we free you?
And you can't lie to us.
No.
The Crypt rules. You can't lie.
No.
I feel like we're playing 20 questions.
Kind of.
Are
you
you a
tall?
bug?
What do you mean, bug?
We mean bug.
Are you
I'm very torn.
mammal, mineral, plant?
This thing is clearly stuck here.
Yeah,
I'll
but
come
like,
back for you.
I'm like 50-50 on siding with the fucking vines. That's the problem. These don't look... They're not widow's wail.
Correct.
But like...
Do they have?
1 out of 1 vines have been bad. Like
Yeah,
animated vines.
Do they have? Do they look like they've been infected with the rot?
Not from where you guys are standing, no.
Should we ask why we should help it?
Free.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What? Why should we free you?
Dream.
I'm okay.
It doesn't help me.
When the light was up, did any of the roots have any sort of a sheen to them, like akin to like the silver bark stripes or anything like that? Because I think you had mentioned before that the wisteria trees had like silver
Yes.
smatterings through them.
Yeah. Yes, they did it.
They did?
Yes.
Oh, good vines.
Absolutely.
They're good vines, guys. They're good.
If you use the eye to see what's really behind there.
I will try. Fuck, I was gonna ask something.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It, what did I just... Oh, it said dream.
Yeah.
Can you ask what it was saying?
Yeah, can you project one word by word?
Translation.
What are you saying?
Wheel, what are you saying?
Can you pantomime?
Persuade me, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
God damn it. I know one.
11.
Alright. Fuck it, I guess. Sure. One after one, the words appear in the brazier at the bottom, illuminated. I dare not dream, for fear of what within may stir.
Oh.
And we'll end there.
Okay. Interesting.
That's somehow better and worse than what I expected.
No, it's certainly worse. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
It's
it's if I fall asleep, y'all are fucked.
Well, so DJ knows.
Yeah, beholder lore.
Beholders make beholders by dreaming about beholders.
Beholders make anything by dreaming about it.
I know, like, the beholder part. I didn't know they make anything by just dreaming about
Yes.
it.
They... It's a shame that he's not here, because they're the closest thing canonically in the game to a mystic.
So they're cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, sure.
That's definitely the takeaway.
Yeah,
That is
it's-
a takeaway.
And from what I understand about like lore, like obviously outside of this, but like from what I understand about lore is like they are neither evil or good. They are kind of just neutral, right? They're like evil-ish, but they're not chaotic or anything. They're just
They're
more
lawful evil in
yeah.
terms of like their traditional alignment. Yeah, they're lawful evil.
But we
Like,
don't
if-
follow traditional.
No, we don't. That's
Yeah.
I'm not going to present like a traditional beholder.
Yeah.
Like that's not fun to me.
Yeah.
Like especially being like, oh, it's in the crypt. Like I'm not going to fucking 60-foot wide anti-magicone fucking rail you guys. Like
Yeah,
that's not
no.
enjoyable.
That
Like
would
that's
be mean.
well, yeah. Like that's not an encounter to me.
Yeah.
Like
That's not
just-
why he put us in a straight line. That's why I was like, nah, we're hiding behind
Well,
shit.
that's where when you were like, why is it here? Like who put you here? It's like they fucking like treasure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like-
but that's why I'm.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it as a criticism. Like I'm
Yeah.
just saying like when we're in the discussion of like the known lore of beholders, it's like I get that we in game don't know. It's a meaningful question in game to know, but like also outside of game, they're fucking like dragons. They
Sure.
are drawn to powerful things that they then attempt to take for themselves to increase their own power.
So it just
Like-
wants to vibe here.
I wouldn't say vibe.
No.
I would say it definitively saw an opportunity to break into the crypts of an incredibly powerful group of kings and was like, I'ma snatch some exposed
got-
shit. And got fucking
stuck.
trapped.
Stuck.
So, like, that's where, again, like, pulling the curtain behind, like, the dilemma here isn't like, oh, this isn't like a villain. It's like, no, you guys just casually ran into a location where, like, it's sensible for a fucking beholder to be trapped under here.
Yeah.
There's a beholder trapped under here. How you guys handle it is entirely up to you guys. Like, it's not fucking coning you immediately.
Yeah.
It only has the center eye open because it has its center eye open.
Yep.
Like,
But it seems like it could, and it hasn't.
hurt you?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. We
Shrug.
don't know.
No idea.
If we are
don't know.
nice to it,
But like this is
Right.
again where it's like I
So I
again,
shouldn't kick it in the balls.
like we
No.
talked outside of game about like puzzles can feel boring because when it's just a riddle, if you just know the riddle, it's just fucking over.
Right.
I prefer puzzles that are situations of like there's something here.
Yep.
I don't know how you guys intend to solve it. I don't know what you guys want out of the experience.
Yep.
That's up to you guys to find out with me through the course of the game. There's also an incredibly important puzzle here. When
You can talk
you
to
made
lights.
the map, you guys know where the things are. Blah.
what?
Well,
He
goodbye.
said, blah. There's
Goodbye.
a beholder in the dungeon. You better be holding on to the edge of your seat and meet with us next Monday. Next time we come back,
Next
we're also going to be
Monday.
back on Friday for the last,
Epilogue.
Very last.
the very
Yep.
last episode of Adoris.
Yes.
Fine epilogue. On
Now
last
what are you
Friday.
gonna do, Don? We did all the closing stuff for you.
Get out of here.
Be
I'm
holding
happy
on
to
to your
let other
seat.
people take over some of the stuff. I'll do the intro. Somebody else can do the outro. I don't mind that.
If you enjoyed the show, be sure to like, follow, subscribe for more. Follow us on YouTube and on here.
On Twitch. And
Yeah, we have a TikTok and Instagram. It's kind of dead right now, but we're getting back to it soon. We also present all of our form in podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at.
What really is dead anyway?
Goodbye!